Hello, everybody. I'm Matt.
And I'm Maggie.
And we are...
Hopefully Awesome.
That's right, a positive place on the internet where we nerd out about all the geeky things we love. And today's geeky things include The Legend of Zelda.
Yeah.
We got some Fast X Part 2.5. I'm kidding, there's no 0.5. Maybe a little bit about the Flintstones.
The Flintstones?
Tell me about it.
What?
And of course, Rise of the Beast. The
course.
Transformers have risen. All hail the mighty Optimus Prime.
Well,
All praise Promise. Because this is the Hopefully Awesome Show, our weekly podcast where Maggie and I chit-chat about all the most recent nerdy news from the past week and typically review something as well. If this is your first time hanging out with us, welcome. We hope you enjoy the ride. Because let me tell you, it's gonna be a fucking bumpy one. All right, listen, I'm all jacked up. I've been cooped up for 4 days without being able to talk about Transformers. Okay, we went and watched. Listen, all right, everybody, just take a break. Everybody, just take a break.
Take a beat.
We went and watched Transformers on Thursday.
Yeah.
Okay, and I'm talking 3 p.m. Thursday, and I haven't been able to talk to anybody except for Maggie, which is great. Don't get me wrong, Maggie's great.
I'm always here.
Yeah. But that ending, I'm not going to spoil it right now. We're going to do it in the spoilers, but that ending, I need to talk to somebody. I need
What?
people in chat. I need my Transformer OG G1 dogs.
Well, that's just prom.
Nailed it. But Maggie, you know what else is prime?
News.
It's time for the news.
Good news, everyone.
I love how I always hit it for it to go back and forth, and it just doesn't. It just stays just soul.
Yeah.
Just soul. One
It's
thing.
like, screw you. I'm not listening to you today.
Hey, how you doing today?
I'm doing good. I'm doing well.
You can go do it.
Okay. I thought, I was like, we're going on.
We are. I wanted to take a sip of my coffee right quick.
I'm sorry.
Maggie.
Did I make a good cup of coffee?
You did. It's fantastic. Maggie, you didn't make a good cup of coffee. You made a great cup of coffee. All right. It's a Smallville reference for all you going back to Smallvillians out there. What is it? What do they call it? What do you call them? Kansasians. That's what it was. Perry White on Smallville. Yeah, classic. Hey, Maggie.
Hey.
You know what this is behind me?
That's The Legend of Zelda, Tears of the Kingdom.
That's right.
Link.
That's right, Maggie.
It's Link.
You know why I have him up here?
Because it's sold a butt ton.
No, that's actually not why it's up
What?
here. Yeah, no, we got something better.
Oh, I know what
about.
it is.
So for many a weeks, we have had just headlines because there's not really been a story that we wanted to kind of do a deep dive on, right?
Yeah.
And when I say deep dive, I mean we might spend 10 minutes. We're not gonna go fucking bonkers or anything. But this week, Maggie,
Yeah.
we do have a story that we're gonna do that.
There's more details.
No, but I just think it's gonna be a conversation.
Okay. I'm sorry.
Story number
excited.
1. Via discussing film, Universal and Illumination are reportedly closing a deal to make a Legend of Zelda movie. What?
They can do it.
I was that banana. The big goblins just
You know what?
Like,
It's going to be a bunch of Koroks being the minions.
what if it's like Secret Life of Pets, but it's Koroks? What if it's
I'd
the
watch
horses? It's just the horses, the 4 horses. You know, there's like 4 special horses in the game. It's just those 4 and it turns out they're the 4 horses of the apocalypse. Yeah, big twist. Third act twist is crazy. Ganon's like, I thought I was gonna be the one, but no, it was actually this big fat horse. This giant horse is just gonna kill everybody.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I saw Eric's thing in the chat.
Oh, we got Eric in the chat. What's up, Eric?
He said that God. I can't think of their
Kent
names.
and Lex Luthor from the show was here, and I thought of you. What?
Yeah, Michael Rosenbaum canceled.
Tom Welling.
Canceled. Yeah, both of them.
Oh my god. Eric, I'm jealous.
Yeah.
Although you wouldn't have been able to go because you've not finished Smallville.
Nope.
So you would have just had to. I feel like I feel like I hear myself. You know what I mean? Like I'm having to get like right up on this thing. Right up on it. Okay.
Right
anyway.
up on it.
Zelda.
Yes, back to it. Sorry.
Of course, everybody knows Mario.
Yeah. Super Mario Bros.
Mario movie came out, big fucking hit. We got a story on it here in just a minute. But it was huge for Universal.
So
huge for Illumination.
Huge.
And so now Nintendo's like, hey, you know what?
Since you did such a fantastic job and we're making money and you're making money and Universal's making money, how about you do Legend of Zelda?
What if we just all make money together? Make
Yeah.
money, take money. I
Yeah.
gotta fix my chair.
And we gotta fix up these this theme park too. So you know what?
Dude,
Come on.
can I go to Hyrule? Holy crap, that'd be amazing. Oh my god. But no, so they are together. It's not been finalized. I think we're not actually going to hear about it being final until the writer's strike is over.
Yep.
But apparently, Illumination Universal Studios will be making a Legend of Zelda movie. A lot of people are freaking out in a bad way.
Yeah,
right?
they're worried.
I don't know. My mic just feels
You sound
off.
bassy.
right.
Yeah.
Does that sound a little bit better?
Yes.
Okay. So a lot of people are freaking out because they're like, "Oh my god,
They're gonna make it funny.
it's Illumination. They got minions and bananas, and Mario was funny, and like it's just the Zelda needs something more." And like, here's the thing, all right, everybody. I don't know if you're aware of this, Maggie.
Yeah.
Did you know that people are capable of making more than one type of entertainment?
Oh yeah, yeah. They're
I mean,
fully capable.
Here's the thing, right? Nintendo made Mario.
Yeah.
Shigeru Miyamoto
Mm-hmm.
made Mario.
Mm-hmm.
You know what else he made?
Zelda.
Exactly, Maggie. Exactly.
And
so,
also,
so you're telling me the guys and gals, all right, the gender neutral, the gender non-specific team that made Mario are incapable of making Zelda when that is in fact exactly what happened originally? Get the fuck out of here. All right.
Perfect example of studios that can make different movies aside from Disney. The Sony Animation Studios. I mean, I know them for, Hotel Transylvania. Yeah. But
I don't know if I want your help.
No. Hear me out.
Okay.
Like, that's their best franchise. Kind of like how Universal has Illumination and Despicable Me and Minions.
Mm-hmm.
But also Sony Animation has Spider-Man.
Spider-Man.
And I mean two completely different genres.
Totally.
If Sony can do it, Illumination can do it.
There should be hope for anybody.
Yeah.
Now,
and they do beautiful work. I'm sorry. I thought Super Mario was beautiful.
Yeah. No, I mean, and even a lot of the Minions movies actually look very good.
Oh, they
Whether
are.
or not their quality is a different conversation.
The story, yeah.
The visuals themselves. Now, I mean, obviously, we know dick about this movie, okay? And I'm not saying it's going to be great.
No.
I'm not saying it's not going to be.
We're not going to crap
bad.
on it.
I'm just saying we don't know anything. And like,
don't count your eggs.
Yeah, there you go. Don't count your cuckoos until they hatch. All right?
That's right.
Your cuckles. Boink. But no. Obviously, let's just give it a beat. I mean, I think it's kind of premature to say that Illumination, simply because of their prior history, is incapable of telling a more substantial story, a more serious story. I think that's just, and me personally, you may think I'm crazy. All right, everybody may think this is a crazy thing to say. Okay.
Oh god.
Here we go. Ready?
Oh god.
Drama is easy. Comedy is hard. And if they can do comedy,
they got it.
They can do drama.
And
Why do you
also-
think Will Ferrell's so good in drama? Because he knows what it
True.
takes. You know what I mean? Like, look at any comedian, comedic actor that's best known for comedy, right? But then they make that turn to do some dramatic stuff. More often than not,
They can do it.
They do really good. Steve Carell, remember when he killed those 2 wrestlers?
Did not watch that one. God, I forgot my thought left.
Steve Carell. They can do comedy. They can do drama. VH1. We got the divas.
No.
I don't know.
It's gone.
I don't know.
It's gone.
Well, anyway, Illumination. we hope you do great. Honestly, I'm excited that we get a Zelda anything.
Yeah.
At this point, I love that Nintendo was like, "Oh, hey, we hit pay dirt with Mario. Let's do Zelda." You know? Oh, we got it. We got it. Here it is.
I caught it.
Here it is.
I caught my thought. Miyamoto, they worked so closely with him.
Yes.
I mean, it speaks volumes throughout that movie.
Yes.
He's not going to let them muddy this up.
Exactly. See, that's what everybody's forgetting.
Miyamoto's the man,
like,
guys.
They think, oh, well, I mean, you know, it's Illumination, so obviously they're going to fuck it up. But everybody's forgetting that, like, it's Nintendo. Like, just because the Mario movie made $1.4 billion already, right? It doesn't mean that they're just like, here's all our properties. Go do whatever the hell you want to do.
No.
Like, no. This thing took like...
They have learned their lesson the hard way.
They held on to it tight. They grabbed it by the cuckoo. And they were like, you know what?
Cuckoos alone, man. They're going to attack you in swarms.
We first heard about this, I want to say in 2016. And so that was 7 years.
Yeah,
you know?
but
like,
I think it was because of...
the C word.
Well, yeah, but I had to think for a second. I was like, what's the word? Aside from that, I think also having to negotiate with Miyamoto and Nintendo just to get things right.
Yeah. No, I agree. Yeah. Again, all I'm saying is let's just give it a minute. Let's just give them a thought. I mean, they made a great Mario movie. One could have argued that would be impossible, that it wouldn't be any good, and it was great. Even if it was silly, like it. Here's the thing: it tonally matched Mario. Like that's the thing. Look at New Super Mario Brothers, and then look at this. It's the same. It's for children. For God's sakes, that's what Mario is for children and adults.
My class before the end of the school year is talking about. I'm gonna go watch Super Mario this weekend. Oh, really? I'm gonna go watch it over spring break. Well, that's great. I'm gonna go watch it too. And then we come back from spring break, and that's all they're talking about.
Yeah.
Was it spring break?
Something. Yeah, probably.
After spring break. Something
like
March. That. Yeah.
I think. No, first week of April it came out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because it came out while we were on vacation.
Yeah, it was spring break. So, yeah.
And I mean, obviously, here's the thing. I know something else everybody's kind of worried about is like, oh, well, you know, Zelda is more mature. It needs to be a more mature story. Listen, if you thought that at some point you were going to get like a Legend of Zelda Witcher movie or show, that was never going to happen.
No.
All right? You were never going to get... I would even argue and say you were never going to get Lord of the Rings. Like, even that, you know, as tame as Lord of the Rings is. No, this was always like going to be something different. I mean, look at Legend of Zelda. Everybody's like, oh, Legend of Zelda, it's so dramatic, right?
Yeah.
But it also has a bunch of dudes fighting in their underwear. Like, that's a mission.
Yeah, it is. It's hilarious.
Like, and they all think that they're supposed to be fine in their underwear. Like, there's comedy there, you know?
Yeah. And also, if you mess with the cuckoos, the chickens, they swarm at you, man.
I mean, Ganon's a warthog, for God's sakes, in the original. Like,
that is true.
So, I mean,
but if you see pictures from this game now,
he's jacked, dude. Holy God.
They know what they were doing when they made this.
Papa Ganon can fill me with his rage any day. What's that stuff called? The red stuff?
Gloom?
The gloom, yeah. I'll take his gloom straight in the mouth. You know what I'm saying?
Matt. Jesus.
I would. But no, I think obviously this is going to be more in line with like something like Raya and the Last Dragon. Trying to think of something else. I feel like there was something else that I said a minute ago. Like when me and you were talking about it, and I cannot think of it.
Okay.
Something a little more serious, you know. Not like super serious.
No.
But I mean, like it's an action adventure cartoon movie, you know. And that sounds good to me. It's gonna. I mean, Nintendo is never going to release a PG-13 Zelda movie.
No.
I mean, I don't even know what The Legend of Zelda is rated. I would argue it's got to be not. It's definitely not mature. It may be T for teen, maybe, but it's definitely not mature, you know? So, anyway. Maggie, where's your head at for Zelda? Excited? Not excited?
I'm excited. I mean, until we know more, of course, but
exactly.
For God's sakes, pay your writers.
Yes.
Jesus.
100%. 100%. Because believe
They're
me,
the ones that make the magic happen. So
you don't want me writing your fucking movie, all right? Turn into Chat GPT and it spits out a whole thing where it's like, oh, hey, cuckoo flew over the nest. And I'm like, what the fuck does that even mean? Story number 2.
Eric says he thinks he downloaded the wrong show because there's a lot of cuckoo talk. What's up, Jariana?
Welcome, Eric. You're unfortunately in the right spot. So that was our big story. So now we got some headlines. I thought this one would be a fun one. Box Office Mojo.
Box Office Mojo.
Yeah. Have you never heard of Box Office Mojo?
No.
Yeah,
I've heard
been
of
around for
Mojo.com.
Mojo.
Oh,
you've been doing a little mojo, huh? You and the boys. No, Box Office Mojo. What?
I just it opened up a box in my brain about Austin Powers.
Crikey! I've lost my mojo.
mojo.
What a terrible movie.
Yes.
Via Box Office Mojo, the highest grossing films at the worldwide box office for 2023 so far. Maggie, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have 7 listed. Can you tell me all 7?
All 7?
Let's see. You don't have to do it in order, but I'll give you
know.
bonus points if you go in order.
Okay. Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse.
Okay, that is one of the 7.
Super Mario Brothers.
Yes.
Little Mermaid.
Yes. That's
Okay. Huh. Man, got lucky on
so
that.
far, 3 for 3.
I want to say Fast X.
Yep.
Okay.
You're right.
Okay.
Yep.
All right.
4 for 4.
Not that one yet. It just came out. Oh, come on. Come on, brain.
You got this.
I've got 4. I need 3 more.
If you can give me one more, I'll say you won.
Let
us know in the chat what you think it is. If you think you know.
That's
what
why
the
I'm
top
looking at
7 is.
chat. I'm like, chat, please.
No,
please say it.
don't cheat, Maggie. Come on.
I'm trying to think of all the movies we've watched.
Think of
John Wick.
Yeah, that's on there.
Okay.
And then the last 2, honestly, if you just, I know you're overlooking it, but if you, even though they didn't do great, they performed like always.
Oh,
I feel like
Guardians
and
Ant-Man.
there it is.
Thanks,
All
Jariana.
7. All 7. Hey! Thanks, Jariana. No, so far for the year, again, this is just the top 7, I guess. Across the Spider-Verse has 390 million so far. Little Mermaid has 414.2 million. John Wick 4 has 428 million, almost $500 million for John Wick. Ant-Man 3 has 476 million. Fast X, in like 4 weeks, mind you, has $652 million for half a movie. Just that's crazy. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 has crossed 806 million, almost $1 billion for Guardians 3, which is just wild. And of course, #1 movie this year so far, and it seems like it's gonna be a minute before it gets dethroned. I don't even know.
Yeah, I say it's gonna be staying there for a bit.
I mean, I could see maybe The Flash, maybe if it carries the buzz for a long time.
I could see it trying to touch it, but
Yeah.
no, I don't think so.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, it'd have to be just a complete runaway success, and I don't know if The Flash has it in them. But of course, #1 is Super Mario Brothers with $1.31 billion. Billion with a B. Isn't that insane?
That's crazy
Speaking of,
for a plumber from Brooklyn.
I'll go ahead and get to the next story here because they all kind of feed into each other. The next highlight here. The next, what are they called? Headlines. Yes, there we go. Via discussing film Fast X Part 2 will release on April 4th, 2025.
What?
Yeah, it's 2 years. You mean to tell me they shot half a movie?
They shot half of a movie?
They didn't even know when it was releasing until today. Like, come on.
They didn't pull a James Cameron where you just go ahead and film the rest of the crap?
I mean, like, the fact, I don't even know if it's written. I'll be honest. I don't even have the faith that this other part is written right now.
You know, it'd be funny.
If it's not written.
That it's not written and it doesn't happen at all.
No. Something horrific would have to happen. Like, Vin Diesel would have to be, like, secretly Hitler or something. I mean, it would have to be like a gigantic
him and
thing.
Jason Momoa's not even getting along right now.
That doesn't matter, Maggie. That doesn't matter. Vin Diesel hasn't filmed with anybody.
Aside from Michelle Rodriguez.
Yeah, like literally. He's been in a green screen for like 7 movies at this point. Like, he's like, oh, we can just CGI Paul Walker in there? Well, then you could do that for me too. This is how I call the movies.
Hey, my song's gonna be the next movie's main music on the soundtrack.
Who?
Vin Diesel.
Oh, his music?
Yeah.
I don't even know. I don't remember.
Look it up.
2 years. 2 years till we get to find out just what the fuck's going on with the Fast X.
No telling when we'll get the Rock's movie.
Fast X .5.
Yeah.
I bet we get it before part 2.
Well, yeah.
I bet they push. Here's my theory, okay? This is what I think happens. They do Fast X Part 2, or .5. Fast X .5, The Rock's.
Okay.
Fast X : The Rock's story. A Hobbs production. That's what it's called. We get that in 2025, which then pushes Fast X 2 to like 2026 or 7. And so we're going to go.
Is it bad just hearing those years makes me want to barf?
It's bad.
It makes me want to barf because it only makes me think.
Car, man, you know?
It just makes me think of how old our child will be.
Oh, why'd you have to do that? That makes me hurt now.
Yeah. See? You just keep on up in the years there, bud. 2025, she's going to be 5. 2027, she's going to be 7.
That's some quick math. But no. I don't know. That's what I think is going to happen. Who knows, though? I don't know. Is it bad that I don't care? Honestly,
I really don't care.
They could take 10 years. They could take 10 months. I don't care. I'm going to watch it either way. You know? Like,
I love it.
Wow.
Yeah. Also, it's going to be hitting digital soon.
It's already
streaming.
On
oh, it's already on streaming.
It came out 3 weeks after it was released.
Yeah. So in other words,
came out Friday.
They didn't have a lot of faith in it. So
still one of the highest grossing movies of the year already, though. $652 million.
Yeah.
Granted, it's not the $1 billion that they've done in the past, but I mean, still.
Everybody going to the movies.
Hey, Maggie.
Hey, Matt.
Speaking of more movies, they're back. Via discussing film, the Super Mario Brothers movie has become.
That's what
are we doing it?
But they bump. Okay.
I haven't watched it since we got it.
I've watched it 3 times with our daughter.
Because she loves it.
Yes.
Hey, that means we're doing something right.
Super Mario movie. Mario movie.
Hey.
YouTube.
It's better than that fucking pig. I'm joking. She's never watched Peppa Pig. I mean, she probably has, but she doesn't care. There was also a trailer. This doesn't matter to anybody, but I'm going to tell Maggie anyway. There released a trailer for the new Paw Patrol movie where they're basically Power Rangers.
Yeah, I think I saw a picture of one of them dressed up.
I mean,
she's not like super obsessed with Paw Patrol, but she is aware of it now, and it's hilarious.
I don't even know what Paw Patrol is. Via discussing film, the Super Mario Brothers movie has become Universal's 3rd highest grossing film of all time.
Ooh.
Can you name the other 2 movies, Maggie?
Despicable Me.
Nope. Universal, period.
Oh,
yeah, not Illumination.
Jesus, I don't know, Matt. There's a lot of movies.
Okay. Ready? So, Third highest, Mario Brothers. Second highest, Fast 7. That means Fast 7 has made over $1.31 billion. Just so we're clear. I want to make sure everybody's aware of this.
Yikes.
And number 1, Jurassic World. Yeah. So, I mean, again, they're not going to let Jurassic World end anytime soon. I know they had their last movie last year.
Yeah.
No, that's not going to sit for like any amount of time.
Yeah.
We're getting another one.
Oh, yeah.
Pretty quickly, I'd have to imagine.
Yes.
And I mean, Fast and Furious. That's why that's not going to die. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, something just completely bonkers would have to happen for them to be like, nah, we'll just no more Fast movies.
We're putting it in the cemetery, burying it.
I think Universal would have to go bankrupt and sell off the Fast franchise for them to stop making Fast and Furious movies. That's what
true.
I like. David Zaslav would have to purchase it or something.
Didn't we hear a conversation that like no, was it Peacock or Universal, one of their streaming services, like putting them way in debt?
Probably Peacock.
Yeah.
Which we're losing access to Peacock.
Yeah.
We have Comcast, and we've had it for free for like 2 years.
That's probably why they're like, oh crap, we're giving this out for free.
Freaking Netflix had to go and F everything up. Like, did you see that? Where like the password crackdown actually worked?
Yeah.
And like, so they had like an increase, like the highest 1 month increase in like years for Netflix because they did that. And it's like, why y'all gotta be, like telling everybody's business?
Yeah.
Come on. I'm just sitting here trying to watch Saved by the Bell. literally
the
not
golden
the new
years.
Anyway, moving on. Any thoughts on Mario Brothers being the third highest grossing film?
Fantastic.
We've talked a lot about Mario Brothers.
Yes, we have. We talked a lot about Illumination.
Hey, guess what, Maggie?
What?
Flintstones.
Meet the Flintstones. You're the modern Stone family. Is that what's happening to Bedrock?
Listen, Maggie, an animated Flintstones origin movie, Meet the Flintstones, is in the works at Warner Brothers Animation.
Where in the hell did you find this picture?
On Google.
Matt, this is not
that's real. That's officially licensed.
Somebody made off.
Nah, that is real. That's real, Maggie.
Look at Bam Bam. He
It's
doesn't
real.
he looks like a little man.
I think you haven't watched enough Flintstones to remember just how shitty it was.
No.
Maggie,
It looked better than that.
Maggie, it was Hanna-Barbera.
Hey, lay off of Hanna-Barbera, buddy.
It sucks. Okay.
They made Scooby-Doo. Don't you dare. Don't.
90% of the things Hanna-Barbera made was crap.
I'll let you
The only 3 saving graces were Scooby-Doo, the Flintstones, a man called Flintstone. I'm joking.
Really?
The Jetsons. The Jetsons. Yeah. I'm out. Can't think of one more good thing. Like original.
Josie and the Pussycats.
That wasn't good.
Josie and the Pussycats.
I'd rather watch the fucking
Jabberjaw.
No, God, no.
Speed Buggy.
No.
Beep beep.
No, the one the basketball players.
Oh, Harlem Globetrotters.
Yeah. Where they like went into space and fought aliens. That was a good one. And there was another one where there was like 3 dudes and they were in a band kind of like the Monkees and they had superpowers. Somebody let me know in the chat. Look it up. Let us know in the chat if you know what the fuck I'm talking about. All I remember is, I'd fall asleep, I'd be sick, and like I'd wake up at like 4 a.m. Cartoon Network would be on, right? I'm like 9 years old, and it's playing this fucking 70s just Hanna-Barbera garbage. And like it would make me feel worse. Okay, like I felt worse after watching it. But that's what you got back then, I didn't have a streaming service.
The Snagglepuss.
I had to watch black and white, late night black and white. That's what they called it on Cartoon Network.
Late night black and white.
Yeah, they'd play old black and white cartoons, and they like when the Flintstones were called the Flagstones. Yeah, it's a whole thing. Everybody, it doesn't matter. How do you feel about a Flintstones origin movie? I will say.
But wait,
I will
they've
say. I
already
will
done
say.
that.
Hang on. I will say. The title is pretty solid.
What's the title?
Meet the Flintstones. Like, that's pretty solid.
Yeah,
That's a good title.
That's a good title, but I'm just.
You had to holler. Sorry.
I don't know. Like, I know this was like a very popular show back in the day because it was like shown in like prime time, wasn't it?
Hey, Barney. That's it. That's
Eric said you had to watch Little Rascals, Matt.
Exactly. That's where I'm coming from. All right? Flintstones is better than Little Rascals.
I don't know. I must
but
be
barely. Okay.
I think it's where I have older parents, and like I don't know. I think I just think of those things as nice things, but they're not nice things.
What are you talking about? I've lost the thread here. What the hell are you talking about?
I'm flatlining because I can't.
Flintstones.
This picture is throwing me off.
It's an official picture.
Dino doesn't even look right, Matt. His back looks like it's so low to the ground. It looks like a snake with legs.
I'm telling you, a snake with legs. I tell you, this is an official image. All right, you know what? Fuck it. I'm looking it up. Here you go. You know what I'm gonna do?
There's no way.
I'm loading up the Google app.
It doesn't look right.
Look, this is what I'm gonna do. Okay.
I've watched enough of that crap.
I'm gonna search,
and I adored Yogi Bear. Yeah.
I'm gonna search with the camera. Okay.
Oh
I'm
god.
gonna find this actual. There we go.
People in chat, don't you agree with me that this looks a little bit sus?
We're
behind me.
Flintstone kids and growing.
I think so.
And growing. Here it is. Where's it at?
Man.
No, this is real. I'm trying to find it. Here. Weeknights on Me TV.
No, that's not the same image,
That's
Matt.
the same image.
That's not the
That's the same.
Hey guys, look. No.
That is
it is
the
not the
same
same.
image.
Dino does not. Dino looks more like that than this snake with legs behind us.
Hey, it's the same.
Jariana agrees.
This is official key art.
Matt, look at the difference. Can you spot the difference?
It's the same. It's official key art. All right. Listen, us in the inside animation have knowledge. Okay, this was a cell painted photo image that they used. Okay, that's why it looks a little blotchy. That image was then scanned. No, all right, and they forgot to.
No,
Maggie,
no.
I don't know what to tell you, but it's real.
The Flintstones is real. This is real that somebody made, but
no,
I'm calling it.
It's
sus.
real. It's real. It's real.
I'm calling it so because look at Bam Bam. He looks like he's like 50. Look at him. His nose and his eyes. They don't look right.
He looks right. He looks the same.
No, he doesn't. It looks like he's 50.
Maggie, listen.
So you're telling me that Barney
listen.
and his wife adopted a man to live in their house?
Maybe. Hey, Bam Bam. My name is Bam Bam.
Hey, Pebbles.
Maggie, listen. I don't know if you're aware of this, okay? But the original run of Flintstones was originally animated on Mario Paint for the SNES. Okay? All right? I don't know what to tell you.
No.
This is an official artwork.
Huckleberry Hound. Heck yeah. Hong Kong Phooey? Yeah. Oh, thank you, Eric. Yes, it does. World of Gumball. Yes, it does. It does look like that, man. So true. Thanks, chat. Thanks, chat.
I had 3 minutes to create this PowerPoint presentation, okay? And this is what I get. All right, I'm sorry. Next time we'll just leave the fucking TV off. How about that, everybody? How about that?
Hey.
I'm joking.
No.
Nah, I'm fine. Honestly, I didn't realize it wasn't real.
Like, I've watched. I think it's where I've watched it so much because I used to watch like the hour of the Flintstones and the Jetsons together on Cartoon Network as a kid. Yeah. And like that animation's like burned into my brain.
You know what I think it is? You know what I think it is? You know those, remember those old computer programs where like you'd get the floppy and like it'd be like fill in the spots with colors. I think that's what it is. Like that's kind of what it looks like.
It kind of does.
It doesn't look hand drawn, but it does look computer.
Yes.
But bad, but poorly, you know?
Poor Dino.
Ouch. You had an eyelash. All right.
Doesn't mean you smack.
Can we please move on?
Hey,
what?
I love you.
I love you.
I'm sorry if you thought I was going to hit you. You flinched.
I'm scared. You've taught me how to respond to you. I'm sweating. Okay?
I could tell, man. I got you heated, didn't I?
You did. When it comes to the Flintstones, okay, I love a good snake with legs. All right. Look, he looks like
This
Ned's
is going to be a
Newt.
great TikTok.
He looks like Ned's Newt. Do you remember Ned's Newt?
No.
You don't remember Ned's Newt? Ah, Maggie.
Is that a cartoon?
No, it was a live action series. Come on, Maggie. Of course it was a cartoon.
Pinch your boob.
Ow. Ow. No. Ned's Newt. This is the last thing we're going to do before we go to the next story.
Smack him. Jerry has to smack you.
There you go. Ned's Newt. Boom.
Oh my God.
Right?
That's opened up another box in my brain.
There you go. Ned's Newt. Ned's Newt.
I remember that.
It ran from 97 to 99.
I remember that.
All right. We're ready to go to the next one?
Yes.
Via
Oh.
Fandom Wire.
I zoned out.
Look at that, Maggie. Vincent D'Onofrio,
What you doing, Vincent?
a.k.a. Kingpin, was at a con.
Bugman from Men in Black.
Yes.
A.k.a. Law and Order.
A.k.a. Jurassic World. Was at a con over the weekend, and he said, there may be a sea of people between us right now, talking about him and Spider-Man. But I'm going to get you, motherfucker.
Holy crap.
He wants it, man.
Yeah.
He wants it. He wants to beat the shit out of Tom Holland. That's what he wants. Do you blame him?
No.
Come on.
Come on.
Let's be real.
Let's give Vincent D'Onofrio what he wants.
Imagine getting to make out with Charlie Cox every day. All right.
Make out.
And then they're like, well, now you gotta go be in this goddamn Hawkeye show. You know, and you're like, oh, well, I don't want to make out with Jeremy Renner. He kicked me off his social network. Jeremy Renner had his own social network.
Yes. Do you remember when Jeremy Renner used to broadcast his music?
No. What?
He's got music, man.
He's in the Music Man?
No, he has music. He makes his own music.
So yeah. That's where we are.
Hey, Eric, you must be living in a happening place, man. He also said Vincent D'Onofrio was up there at that convention.
Son of a bitch! God!
I'm going to start send us emails or something, man, about these cons.
I mean, we're not gonna go. I mean, I don't even know how.
That's already happened.
We're like not even going to Gatlinburg, to Smoky Mountain Con.
Golly, that thing's expensive.
You can meet Smokey the Bear
for $300 just for a selfie.
Good job, Maggie. How do you feel about that?
I want it to happen.
Just moved on while he was answering. Here we go. Hey, guess what?
Didn't we just see?
No, we saw Vincent D'Onofrio talk about Spider-Man. Now we're seeing Tom Holland talk about Spider-Man.
I'm scared.
Well, Maggie, via Culture Crave, Tom Holland on the future of Spider-Man. Tom Holland is, quote, excited about the Spider-Man 4 script. Quote, it's looking pretty good. There's more. Tom Holland also says he would be honored to bring Miles Morales into live action. How we do that, I don't know. But given the opportunity, I would jump at it. And lastly, Tom Holland shares his one condition to return for Spider-Man 4. If we can't find a way to compete with the third one, he'll swing off into the sunset. So if the fourth one would be dog water, then he's like, nope, I'm not doing it. So there you go.
You hear him, guys. You better be fixing that right now.
Now, of course, they're not. They can't really do anything right now because of the writer's strike.
Yeah.
But I mean, he said so far, so good. I don't know.
Guys, take this as a threat. I take it seriously.
I mean, here's the thing: Sony has to make a Spider-Man movie, not even animated. Like the Spider-Verse doesn't count.
Yeah,
like it has to be a Spider-Man Prime, like not even like Venom.
Oh yeah.
Every I think 5 years at least. Like I think the longest thing goes 5 years.
Right,
to keep the rights. Yeah, and if they lose the rights to that, they lose the rights to everything. God, can you imagine?
That'd be so great.
Nah, they'd shoot something. They would like get an exec in the backyard and just be like, "I'm Spider-Man," and release it. Which I actually know. I think it has to make so much also. Like it is very defined.
Man.
Like it has to make at least X amount of dollars, and they have to make it within an X amount of time.
It's kind of like how I hope Universal Studios, the theme park, would screw up one day and they lose all the Marvel stuff.
Dude, oh my God. I was looking at our photos of the Green Goblin.
Yes. Oh my God. Their costumes are scary down there, guys.
Well, because they can't change them.
No, and that Spider-Man down there is scary too. He's very sweet.
He's got a doinker.
Yeah, he's nice, but you better watch out.
Yeah, you're going to get bit by radioactive something if you know what I'm saying.
Like you walk through that, then you end up in what? The other comic book, the comic strip land.
Yeah, what was it? Dudley Do-Right?
Yes.
Oh, cool. Blondie.
Yeah, Blondie.
Blondie here. And there's Kathy.
There's the family circus.
Oh, man. How can Islands of Adventure be so fucking terrible and so great
at the same time? Yeah.
You know?
Because you got Jurassic Park.
Mm-hmm. The Velocicoaster.
Yeah.
And you also got Kong, which was fun.
You got Harry Potter,
of course. The
Wizarding World of Harry Potter.
Well, no, was it Hogwarts in that one?
Yeah.
Butterbeer. Butterbeer's good. Also, fuck J.K. Rowling. So Maggie, thoughts about Spider-Man 4?
Just please, God, just let him be. Let him be.
Let him be.
Let him be. Even though he says apparently, or how he had to go so deep into character on that Apple TV show that's done,
which apparently sucks,
not so well.
Yeah,
that he's like kind of taking some time off.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I mean, if you're taking your time off to read a Spider-Man script,
what do you want to see from a Spider-Man 4, Maggie? The spot. I mean,
I don't know. I'd love to see other. I mean, and I know we got in the third one. I know we got Toby. We got. Oh God!
Spoiler alert! Maggie gone.
Good God, Matt! It's been what, a year?
I'm joking. Obviously, we're just talking about the live action Spider.
Yes.
We wouldn't talk about any of the cartoon stuff.
We already did that.
Yeah.
But like, I would like to see like somebody in the same universe with him.
Mm.
And them
like the Vulture, like Morbius.
No, I meant another Spider person.
Oh,
yeah. So if he's down for Miles,
Ben Riley.
God, no. I would really cast Adam Sandberg. Andy Samberg as that. Adam Sandberg.
How about Nicolas Cage comes in as Spider-Man Noir live action?
I'd love it.
No, I think obviously
I'd love it. He could do it.
If you do another Spider person, I think it has to be. It has to be Miles, obviously. I think that goes without saying.
Yeah.
Now, I could see a Venom showing up. I feel like that's kind of the obvious answer. I almost just asked, did we ever get the lizard? And we did.
Yes, we did.
Literally in the last movie.
We got the lizard.
How have they done? They've done Shocker, Vulture, Mysterio, the Lizard, Green Goblin. They haven't done Hobgoblin. You could do that. They did the Rhino, kind of. Venom, Sandman, and Doc Ock. So who else is left? And Scorpion. They kind of did Scorpion. Yeah, I guess. Craven the Hunter.
Oh, Jesus.
This is what they do. They just take the game and they just do that.
Yeah, do the game.
I mean, that's all. That's it. We pick up. Peter's already graduated college. Like, who gives a fuck, right? He's graduated college and he started he's still working at Feast, and here comes Dr. Negative. And he's like, hey, what's up, fuckers? And Mary Jane's like, hey, you're Spider-Man.
Negative.
And I remember everything.
Oh, man. He's so good in that game.
Like, I called him Dr. Negative.
Yeah, I don't think his name, was it Mr. Negative or something like that?
Probably, yeah.
Oh, God, so good. I forgot about him.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Because there's so much more going on in that, too. Because there's other villains that team up with him.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's a Sinister Six situation. Yeah.
But yeah, he would be good.
I mean, because here's
That'd
the
be
thing.
a cool looking villain too.
Yeah, it would be, honestly. I think that would probably be one of the better ones they could try and do right now. Like, especially now. Because, I mean, you can't use any of the ones you just used in the third movie.
No.
And so, I mean, that pretty much writes off of, like, everybody. You know, like the entire original thing.
That'd be fun.
Maybe Hydro. Which was not... It was basically Sandman.
Yeah, with water.
Yeah, but with water, yeah.
But didn't they kind of sort of do that in the second one?
Oh, yeah, they did.
Yeah.
Fuck, I forgot about that. Yeah.
Because of Mysterio?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just make it Deadpool. It's just Deadpool.
Can we just have Team Red? I vote Team Red.
Deadpool, Daredevil,
Team Red,
and Spider-Man.
Vote
They all get in a car.
I think I'd love it.
And go watch Metallica.
Because, I mean, apparently, Charlie Cox has already represented him.
Spoiler alert. I'm joking. I just like to keep saying
You're
that.
living in a tree if you haven't watched that one yet.
Do you think they bring in Black Cat? That'd be smart, right? We haven't got a Black Cat yet.
No, we haven't gotten a Black Cat in anything.
Ever. Do you remember that they set up Felicity in Spider-Man Amazing Spider-Man 2? Do you remember who played her? Jen Ursa.
Yeah.
From Rogue One.
Yeah.
She was going to be Felicity. Can you believe that? What a world.
What a world. Team Red.
They should give Spider-Man to what's that guy that did 7?
Oh,
Fincher. David Fincher.
Yes.
Give him
I was like, it's that director you like so much.
Oh my god,
yes.
That'd be amazing. And put our boy in it. The guy from Frozen and Mindhunter.
Oh, Jonathan Groff.
Jonathan Groff. There you go.
Let Jonathan Groff be Mr. Negative.
No. Because he's specific race.
Oh yeah.
Like you don't want to like whitewash it.
Wasn't
you know what I mean?
Wasn't that part of his?
Get like Daniel Day Kim. He'd be a great man.
Yes.
Everybody remember how much we hated Jen in the first season of Lost? Like, what an asshole.
Oh yeah.
And then we loved him.
Yeah, but
crazy.
I don't think he could do it.
Oh yeah, he'd be great. He's also on Angel as a bad guy. A couple of times. Yep.
You didn't tell me this.
He worked for Wolfram and Hart. I'm telling you, man. We gotta watch it, man.
When do we have time?
I don't know, man.
Dude.
Okay. Maggie, anything else you want to say about Spider-Man 4?
I'm very happy so far that Tom Holland's still there. I'll cry.
And now, everybody, guess what?
If we ever lose him.
It's time for the main topic.
I was going to do the countdown.
It's the final countdown. Should we change out the countdown to that song?
I don't know.
Anytime we do the countdown?
I
Okay.
don't know.
Maybe not. Everybody, guess what?
What?
We finally reached
Chicken
it.
butt.
How dare you? We finally reached it, everyone. Man, that is a terrible photo. Good God. I did not make that
since
work
I'm
at all.
home all summer, do you want me to find the thumbnails?
Look at Noah.
Yeah, no, look at her.
He looks
grainy. They don't like it. Looks like a Monet.
I don't like that. Don't like
like
that at
from
all.
far away, it looks okay, but up close,
Maggie, why don't you introduce this segment? I'm going to see if I can find us a better picture and change it on the fly.
Okay. Oh, sorry. I'm so sorry. You call me. I'm sorry, chat. You're cracking me up right now.
You just caught up on chat?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, let's get caught up on chat. Let's see. Doop-a-doop-a-doop. All right, back when Eric says, I guess I'm not going to mention that Awesome Con this weekend has Nebula, Danny Trejo, some Doctor Who's, and Matt, Amy Jo Johnson. Let's go.
Which Doctor Who's? Wait, Amy Jo Johnson?
Yeah.
That lady that wouldn't come back for the 30th anniversary special. Get the fuck out of here!
She was.
I'm joking. She just wanted to be paid fairly. All right.
Yeah.
She's my first crush, Meg. Well, actually, that's a lie. That's a lie. First crush, Kelly Kapowski.
I think that's everybody's first crush.
Kimberly. I was more aware of Kimberly, though.
Did you hear me?
That was everybody's first crush? Was it your first crush?
And also Zach Morris.
Shut up, Preppy.
Let's see, Jeriana. I love Tom Holland. I do too. And Team Red. She agrees. And then Eric says, Beast Wars. And Jeriana said scuttlebutt. Yeah, let's listen to the scuttlebutt about what this segment's all about. Right now, we are going to give a spoiler-free review of Transformers: Rise of the Beast. We will talk for a bit non-spoilers about it, but when it comes to that time, we will switch to spoilers, which is half of the word behind me. And at that time, we will be talking all spoilers. If you want to dip out and not hear all the spoilers and all the wonderful things about the movie, totally get it. If you want to stay and ruin the movie for yourself, if you're that kind of chaotic energy that doesn't go watch the movie, but you listen to the reviews, I respect you. Anyways.
I'll leave you alone for 4 seconds. What the hell just happened? I come back and like it should be updated. I don't know how you want to handle it.
I'll have to do it on my end.
So how about we turn the TV off while you do it, and then I'll talk to the people. Everybody, hey everybody, sorry we're doing this on the fly because that image was just terrible. Look, you can see me and me and me.
It's Inception.
And me. That's right, everybody. So we are here getting ready to talk about Transformers: Rise of the Beast. As Maggie said, we're going to do spoiler free, followed by spoiler filled, followed by other things.
HDMI 2 in the palm of his hands.
That's right. The power of the sun.
There we go. Matt, stop. It looks better. It looks better.
Does it
on
look
the computer.
okay? It does say get tickets.
Let's get some tickets.
All right. Let us know in the chat if you think it looks better.
Oh, Eric says, Maggie, 1 out of 10. How was it for you? For me, it was a 7.
Oh.
For him.
Ooh. Well, before you answer that, Maggie, first, well, let me intro it because we'll probably cut this part into something. So
sorry, guys. We had to be
welcome. Hey, everybody. I don't know what I was saying. Transformers: Rise of the Beast came out this past week, and Maggie and I went and watched it, and my God.
Or transformed.
My life is transformed. I am transformed. That's right, everybody. And so we're going to talk about Rise of the Beast. We did an unofficial poll on our YouTube channel and asking, hey, how would you rate Rise of the Beast out of stars? 63%. We had 93 votes cast, by the way.
Oh, okay.
As of the time of checking this, which was about 4 hours ago. So it may be more by now. 63% of the audience gave Rise of the Beast a 5 out of 5. 23% gave a 4 out of 5. Okay. 12% gave a 3 out of 5. 2% gave 2 out of 5. And no one gave a 1 out of 5.
Hey.
So there you go.
Hey.
There you go.
You do you, man. You know what you like.
Not the strongest that we've had. I think so far Across the Spider-Verse is probably the highest.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
You know. And get this. It earned $171 million worldwide opening weekend. So did very well.
Very well. Okay.
Yeah.
I was going to say, wow, that sounds nice, but I could be totally
No, that's worldwide. Domestic, I think it was at like 60, maybe 55, and Spider-Verse was like only 5 million less, which is crazy because I mean, like this just opened.
Yeah.
You know, so I mean the Spider-Verse is hanging strong. It's pretty good.
Yeah.
And then I think Little Mermaid was third this weekend. Okay. Anyway, so we're going to talk a little bit about this, and then we'll be going into the spoiler section where we will be going back to Beast Wars, everybody. That's right. That's a crossover episode.
Beast Wars.
Let me tell you a little story about a little old boy named Matt. All right. Everybody buckle up. We're going to take a little drive down an old memory boardwalk. All right.
Buckle up. It's going to be a bumpy ride.
Get your popcorn ready.
Get your popcorn ready, because look, we got a surprise for you. Look at that.
We got it.
Look at some batch.
This thing was way too much. And it's a popcorn tin.
And also, you can put your drink in it.
Yeah. Way too much money. Wasn't it like $50 or some shit?
But it also included a large drink and a large popcorn.
So, I mean, you had to get it. Yeah.
And
it'd be stupid not to.
And also, take into consideration we went to AMC, so.
And it's very well made.
Yeah,
like
it is. It's metal.
There you go.
Well, 10. Yeah.
Anyway,
This is
Maggie, there was once a boy
named Matthew.
And that boy's name was Matthew. And he grew up loving Power Rangers.
Yeah.
One of his favorite aspects of Power Rangers was the Zords. that would turn into one big robot.
Yeah.
They were robots themselves, and then they merged and become a big robot.
Big old robot.
A big old robot. And Maggie, in the third season of Power Rangers, the Red Ranger's Zord was an ape. He had the monkey Zord.
Oh, yeah. That's right.
Little did little Matt know that a couple of years later he'd fall in love with another robot ape on a little old show called Beast Wars. All right.
Nice, Matt.
Thanks.
Nice.
I was like, how am I going to rope this together? That's right, everybody. I first caught Beast Wars in syndication on Fox 39. It would come on 30 minutes before the actual Fox Kids stuff.
Fox 39.
Yeah. Throw it up for Brooke in the chat. I think that was a kids club.
Yeah, that was her name.
Yeah, she works for CQR, or did. I don't know if she still does though.
Shit, I don't know.
Doesn't matter. Anyways, I caught a bunch of episodes completely out of order, and I didn't know what the hell it was, but
His
nothing else was on, so
changed.
I watched it. But then Fox Kids was like, "Hey, guess what? We're actually going to carry it now." And here's Beast Machines. And I was like, what is this? This isn't, I don't like this. But they also play Beast Wars. And I was like, well, I mean, this is pretty great too. Yeah. And so I watched Beast Wars. 20 years later, maybe 10 years later, I don't know. But Transformers 2007 comes out. Blows me away. All right. Michael Bay, not great. But at the time, I didn't have good opinions on movies. And so I thought it was a classic movie.
Well,
I was like, oh, it's as good as Back to the Future. It's not.
Everybody thought that.
It was a good movie. And it doesn't
a fun
hold,
summer movie.
It doesn't hold as much weight now.
No.
Because, I mean, just the landscape has changed so much.
Yes.
You know, I mean, obviously, the MCU and stuff has changed everything. But at the time, I was like, holy crap, all this leads into the Beast Wars. You know? I was like, this is amazing. Because I had no idea what Transformers was before Beast Wars. Right? So years go by, more and more Transformer movies come out, and they get worse and worse as they go. And then finally in 2018, we get the Bumblebee.
Uncle Bobby B, baby.
And it was fantastic. It was the best best Transformers movie, because it was basically the Iron Giant.
Yeah.
Not a great, here's the thing. It was the best, probably, Transformers movie, but it wasn't a great Transformers movie.
Yeah.
Because it was more just
human.
The Iron Giant.
Yeah.
You know, it wasn't really a Transformers movie, even though the Transformers were in it. Except for that first bit. The first bit was great.
First 5 minutes is beautiful.
And then the world went to shit for like 4 years. Okay. And like this movie was supposed to come out like I think 2021.
Forever.
Yeah, 2021, I think, 2 years ago. And it got delayed. Until finally, Maggie, we got our first trailer just mere months ago. And I got to see our big old boy, Optimus Primal.
Matt lost his crap.
Literally lost my marbles. All right. You would have thought I was that old guy in the movie Hook. Because I lost my marbles.
Don't bring Hook into this.
But it was amazing. And then Cheetor, Maggie. Cheetor.
Yeah. Effing Cheetor.
Yeah. And so the
How
countdown...
many times I have heard the beginning of that clip this year alone. I can still hear it every now and then when he checks through his stuff.
I'm just looking to see how many views it has. It has a lot of views, like 60-some thousand views.
Look, Maggie, it's effing Cheetor.
It bleeps it out.
I know.
Anyway, listen. The countdown at that point was on to the Rise of the Beast. All right. So we started. I was like, Maggie, in order for you to fully appreciate this, we need to rewatch Beast Wars. And you were like, I've never watched it.
I was not excited.
And so what did we do? We started a podcast called Going Back to Beast Wars, where we rewatched the entire series of Beast Wars, Beast Machines, and the first Transformers movie, the original, the 2007 Transformers, and Bumblebee. In fact, you can watch all that right here on youtube.com/hopefullyawesome. That's right. And all that was building into this past weekend when Rise of the Beasts finally came out. And everybody, I'm happy to say I don't know how I feel about it.
Oh.
I'm joking.
Okay.
I really liked it. I really enjoyed it.
Oh, God. I was like, wait, you still haven't made up your mind?
No, I really liked it. I mean,
I thought it was fun.
Yeah, it was great.
Fun.
I think I would say out of the 5 out of 5 stuff, I'd probably go 4 out of 5.
Same here.
It's probably around a 7 out of 10, like what Eric was telling us in the chat.
CCC.
Like, I mean, it wasn't, by any means, it wasn't a perfect movie. I do think, like, if we're talking about Bumblebee versus Rise of the Beasts, right? I think both of these are obviously the best Transformers movies we've ever had. Maybe outside of the animated movie, but I'm not counting that. Because, I mean, that's a whole other conversation. But just live action movies, I would say it's probably those two are the best.
Yes.
Right? And, like, just depending on how you want to rate them against each other, like, Bumblebee, to me, has a better story.
It does.
Like, it's more, you know...
heartfelt.
More heartfelt, but it's the Iron Giant. I mean, it's just the Iron Giant, which is good. It's a good movie to rip off. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
Like, it's great.
Loves the Iron Giant.
Whereas this movie is way more Transformers, you know?
Yes.
And so I feel like it makes this a better Transformers movie than Bumblebee, but maybe not a better movie than Bumblebee.
Yeah. Gotcha. No, I agree.
Your turn.
My turn. Oh, man.
Maggie, how did you feel after everything we've been through? After watching every episode of Beast Wars, Beast Machines, all of that, Maggie, after buying too many Transformers to count.
Hundreds of dollars of Transformers.
Including this guy.
Remember the day you bought that thing?
Maggie.
Hey, he's twin brother to, was it Promise?
The Cybertron.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right?
Right. No, yeah. Yeah, he becomes Cybertron. Promise does.
Maggie, the road has led here.
I can't believe I just spoke those words out of my mouth. This is where the road has led me, everybody.
Was the trip worth it?
Yes. I now appreciate Transformers for what it is. Because back in 2007, I had a nephew that was gaga over this first movie and like the Michael Bay one. And I remember him getting Transformers for Christmas for his birthday, and I'm just like, what's the point? You know, I'm like, they had the same, you know, things and Power Rangers, because that's what made me think of
what the
just
Transformers,
robots.
the robots. Yeah.
That's what it made me think of.
There was even Power Rangers Turbo, which was literally cars turning into robots.
Yeah. And see, I didn't know anything about Transformers. I didn't even know when that Michael Bay movie came out.
That it was something else before.
That it was a cartoon beforehand in the 80s. I remembered the commercials for the toys in the 90s. I remember because of robots in disguise. I remember that. And I remember the promos for Beast Wars. Beast Wars! But I never watched anything. And like, I had 3 older brothers that grew up in the 80s, but I'm very shocked that none of them showed me what Transformers were, especially one of which is right on top of my brain. I cannot believe of all the things that he showed me growing up.
He-Man.
Well,
wrestling.
I didn't. Yeah. That he never, ever mentioned Transformers or anything. So it just blows my mind. So now, anyways, back to the journey we just had. I should say. I am a Transformers fan now.
Oh!
I will stand on my ground, though. Starscream needs to show up soon. Also,
he was in Bumblebee.
No, that wasn't him. Well,
I mean,
for like 5 seconds.
Yeah.
But Maximals, my God. I've got so many thoughts going through my brain.
It's okay. There's a lot.
They need to come back.
Yes.
I think they need to come back.
Yes.
Cheetor looked amazing. Optimus Primal looked great. Vronok scared the bejesus out of me.
Vronok was amazing.
I would love a Dinobot to show up.
Yes.
Waspinator. I'd love.
Oh my God, Waspinator! Like
I
need Waspinator in my
love
life.
those to show up.
Or I mean, even
Tigatron,
Pterosaur. That'd be great. Be great.
But yeah, I would love for that to happen.
Yeah, and I mean, I think obviously, it's going to. Like, this is, to me, like, the Maximals weren't in it as much as I'd hoped. Obviously, I mean,
I agree.
We're big Beast Wars buffs, right? Like, I mean, we love Beast Wars. So I mean, we could have used a whole movie of just the Maximals, right?
Yeah.
But I mean, this is still the Autobot story, which is fun. I mean, this is only the rise of the beast, right? And I think as they see like the toy sales for this, hopefully it does well. The toys,
I could see it.
Like, I think we could get more, especially in the next one. It kind of, honestly, it's better than when they did Age of Extinction and the Dinobots were first brought into the Michael Bay movies. Because, like, the whole thing, I mean, it's called Age of Extinction. And, like, the whole movie is like, oh, God, we're going to have fucking Dinobots in this. And then they're in it for all of, like, 12 minutes.
I mean...
At least this, like, they're actual characters and, like, they're in the story and stuff,
Yeah, and I think they need to be, somewhat showcased in either their own movie or they come into the next movie, however they do. They need to come back.
A spin-off movie would be really cool if they could keep, like, I mean, obviously, we're going to get into spoilers later. So I'll keep this very generic for right now. Okay. But I could see this movie having 3 stories. Like, you could continue with, like, the Autobots. You could continue with the Maximals. And there's another thing you could continue with, which we're going to talk about in the spoilers. Can't wait. But, that I could see that, and maybe even kind of segment it out almost like a thing where you build to a big culmination movie, kind of like an Avengers style thing. But it's all just Transformers and the thing that I'm not going to talk about until spoilers. But like, I think that could be really cool, especially like if they dig into like the history of the Maximals. They leave it open pretty good. They don't really explain everything. They barely touch on it, but they don't close the options out as if like it can't be like what it is in the cartoon. Which I have a couple of theories about some things we saw in the movie. That we'll talk about in spoilers. But Maggie, for anybody that is not a Transformer fan, if they've watched the movies and the Michael Bay movies and they're like, just not a fan,
I give it a chance. Give it a shot? Yeah, give it a chance. I
agree.
This is just me. I think these versions are nicer to look at than the Michael Bay.
Oh, absolutely.
The Michael Bay ones are just so like gritty looking and rough looking, and I understand. Yeah, they've been at war and stuff. But, like, I like how colorful the Autobots are. Yeah. And I understand that they didn't really make the Maximals colorful. I mean, they had to be animals. Yeah, they had to blend in with the environment, yada, yada, yada. Yeah.
Until they get Transmetals next time. That'd be amazing. Oh, my God. Oh, God. Cheetor's green and silver just flying around.
And Optimus Prime. Well, no. Optimus Prime's supposed to have a jetpack right now.
Yeah, I mean,
Get Rat Trap in there.
Hey, where's the cream feeling?
I found that commercial the other day.
But no, I'd agree with that. I think one argument against the Michael Bay movies was just that it's kind of hard to follow because there's just so much random shit going on, at any given time. I think this is a much more straightforward story. Like, it's super easy to follow. They just got to get from point A to point B to point C to point D. Like, it's straightforward, And in the action pieces, like, you're able to track what a character's doing, what another character's doing, and like,
especially if it's a big fight.
Yes,
I liked how the camera moved through that.
Yes, because like in the 2007, the one we just watched, like, even though I've seen that movie a dozen times, like, it's still hard to track like just who's doing what at any given point, Yeah. And especially when they're all transformed, they all just look like a bunch of metal crap together.
Looks like a junkyard.
Yeah. So I mean, this is at least makes it a lot easier. I think the main character Noah is fantastic in this. To me, I would almost say this is closer in tone to like a Mission Impossible. As opposed to like the Michael Bay Transformers movies.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Like if the Michael Bay Transformers movies were like, I don't know, let's say like Armageddon or The Day After Tomorrow, like just something very, big, flashy, right? To me, this is more like Mission Impossible. Yeah. Mission Impossible is obviously a better movie, but like it's kind of in line with that. Whereas the Bumblebee was more of like a John Hughes-ish Transformers movie. This one is more like almost a not a political thriller, but just an espionage style movie.
Kudos to Pete Davidson. as Mirage. I loved him. I loved him.
He actually, shockingly, he was fantastic. Like, nothing against Pete Davidson. I just, I wasn't expecting him to be as good as he was.
Every time we go into a movie with him in it, we're like, oh no.
Yeah.
Because, if you watch Saturday Night Live and stuff, you're like, oh gosh, it's Pete Davidson.
Yeah. He just plays himself. He's actually really good.
He's really good.
Like, I think maybe he's earned us to not think that way anymore.
Yes.
I mean, because he was great. What was that movie last year? Meet Cute.
Meet Cute.
Yeah, go check out Meet Cute. Don't sleep on it. It's really good. It's stupid good. Like,
I don't know. I think we've talked about it for a month straight in our podcast.
We did. We literally did.
But yeah, I really enjoyed him as Mirage.
Yeah, he was great. Him and Noah, their
chemistry.
Their chemistry was really good. Honestly.
Also,
I'd say rivals B and what was her name? Charlie.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would say rivals B and Charlie.
Yeah. I thought we were boys. I loved it. And I can't think of his name, but he was from Ted Lasso. Danny Rojas.
Oh yeah,
as Will Jack. I loved Will Jack.
He is great.
He was so cute and adorable.
Yeah, even though they changed him, like from what he was.
Yes.
Like he was. I really enjoyed him.
I loved
like the way, like his style and everything.
Yeah.
He
was an old TV van. I love it.
Does bring up some questions of like just who all is on Earth.
Yeah.
Because there's another thing that's there that I'm like, so how many are here? Like,
well, the way I took it as, they've been in hiding for 7 years?
Yeah, yeah.
So over time, I guess they all just started coming to Earth because they couldn't live on Cybertron.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
And
would you say you have to watch Bumblebee before watching this?
No, I don't feel like you do.
Yeah. I would suggest watching Bumblebee just because Bumblebee's a really good movie.
Yeah.
But like, if you just want to go out to the theater and watch a movie and like, will you be able to follow this? Absolutely.
Yes.
It works as a first movie and it works as a seventh movie. It's fine whatever way you want to look at it. I would say it's definitely, you won't be lost as if you're going in to watch like Endgame without having watched any of the others.
Yes. And I knew people that did that.
But if you know that you're not a fan of sci-fi, like if just sci-fi, alien, giant robots, if this poster looks stupid to you,
don't do it.
I would say don't go watch it because I don't think they're going to do anything that's going to make you think different about that.
2007 Maggie would have not went to this.
In 2007 Matt would have been like, you are going and we're going to fucking love it, Maggie.
I would have been like in college college. I would have been going into college at that point. I'd be like, no.
How dare you? Anyway, Maggie, anything else you'd like to say before we get into spoilers?
No, let's get on into them.
Well, we're not going just into spoilers, Maggie. We're actually going back to Beast Wars. That's right, everybody. Welcome to Going Back to Beast Wars, the second half of our crossover episode. You can just leave it on that.
Oh, no.
This is going to be the series finale of Going Back to Beast Wars. We may come back and do some more stuff, obviously, if they do more Transformers or if we go back and watch anything else. Yeah. But for the time being, this is the end of our little mini podcast of Going Back to Beast Wars. This week, we'll be kicking off a new replacement podcast.
Heck yeah.
Called Going Back to the Sewers. Where we're going to be checking out the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles franchise as we get ready for Mutant Mayhem. So very excited for that. That kicks off Wednesday. Those will be happening every Wednesday right here on youtube.com/hopefullyawesome.
And Smallville is being bumped to Tuesday night.
That's right. Tomorrow, Going Back to Smallville. Be there. So, Transformers Rise of the Beasts. Second movie in the Bumblebee timeline. 7th live action movie in the Transformers universe, and 8th theatrical film overall. The 8th one. Isn't that wild?
God.
Original release date was June 9th, 2023. Written by, and this is a little confusing.
Yes.
Written by Joby Harold, Darnell Mateer, Josh Peters, Eric Hober, and John Hober. Dang. And the only one with any credits is the first one. I think Darnell had something he wrote for something, but like it was like a music video or something. and like then the rest of them didn't have anything. So I don't know. But
God.
So anyway, Joby did not have any prior Transformers history, but previous credits include Obi-Wan Kenobi wrote the show.
Okay.
Wrote Army of the Dead.
Oh wow!
Isn't that the one? Was it Zack Snyder's?
Yes, I believe so. I think
where like they steal the stuff and like.
Yeah, it is.
Right?
Yeah.
And King Arthur, Legend of the Sword. There you go.
Well, there we go, guys.
Directed by Stephen Capel Jr. And guess this, Maggie. This is his first Transformers project. At the age of 33, Capel Jr. is the youngest filmmaker and the first person of color to helm a live-action Transformers film. Previous credits include Creed 2. And when asked about taking on this project, he said, the first time the studio ever knocked on my door, it was for Bumblebee 2. And I was like, I don't want to do... I just came off Creed 2. I don't want to do a sequel, you know?
Yeah.
And so a year had gone by, or maybe 2 years. It was right before COVID. And they said, we found out the story we want to tackle. We want to bring in Beast Wars. And I was like, I know all about Beast Wars. I'm down for Beast Wars. And so that's why he came on the project. And did great. Great job. Honestly. Fantastic job.
Yeah.
I think you knocked it out of the park. You know?
Oh, yeah.
And the fact that he had a love for Beast Wars
is
great. Very welcoming, for sure.
That's very nice to hear.
And so normally when we do these, we would do a full synopsis of the plot. We're not going to do that.
No.
Obviously we're running a bit long today anyway, but the movie just came out, and so we'll just give a brief synopsis before we go over our fun little bits
Spoilery.
here. So when Noah Diaz, a struggling young man trying to provide for his family, is roped into a conflict between the marooned Autobots and the recently arrived Terracons, he must learn to work with weary Autobots leader Optimus Prime. So they, with the help of the wise Maximals and the unadventurous researcher Elena Wallace, can stop the arrival of the Planet Eater Unicorn. This is Rise of the Beast. I can't believe... Spoilers. Here we go. Can't believe they were dead the whole time.
Yeah, they just went to the big
promise in the sky.
The big promise in the sky.
No, honestly though, so we begin on a jungle planet, right?
Yeah. It is lined blue, like throughout the mountains and stuff.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's Energon.
Yeah, isn't that great? Isn't it cool that you know that? Like that's Energon. Like it's so great.
I got so excited when I was like, oh my God, they're doing it.
Is it possible? Okay, I'm just throwing this out there. It probably isn't. But is it possible that this is actually a post-Beast Machines Cybertron? Where Cybertron has been turned into the techno-organic, hybrid planet,
Well, the trees would have looked different, wouldn't it?
No, I mean
yeah. I forgot.
The stuff. It's not. I mean, just so we're clear, it's definitely not post Beast Machines.
Blurred that last episode of Beast Machines out.
And obviously, the Maximals are just now going to Earth and stuff. So I mean, it would make no sense, right? But what if it was? That'd be kind of cool, right? Also, getting to see the Predacon symbol on Scourge's arm. That was really cool. That was really cool. That was really cool. It's crazy that this is the only 4 Maximals that are on Earth. And one of them freaking dies.
I can't believe out of Air Razor.
I know. We didn't even get to see her transform.
No. And it kind of made me mad. Because I was like, man, she would have kicked some butt.
It would have been nice to keep the only female Maximal around for a little bit,
we only get one girl Autobot.
Yeah, they're like, and apparently, there can't be 2 girls in this.
Guess what? Apparently, she does have red on her.
after the weeks of complaining about.
But then you look at her toy, and she's almost all red.
Yeah.
But then you look at the movie. Well, you can't really. It's not behind us anymore. But she does have part pink on her.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I don't think somebody looked at the colors right. I'm a complainer.
Which, I mean, we do have this toy, which is more pink than red.
Yeah, and that one makes me mad. Why'd you take it apart? Why did you take it apart? That's
I'm
the one
sorry.
that's the one that took my attention away last
Okay,
week.
well, I'll take it away.
Take it away.
All right. So instead of going through this, talking about the movie, and then going into our segments, let's tackle the movie while we do the segments.
Okay.
How's that sound?
Yes.
So let's get into war. What is it good for?
What is it good for?
Absolutely nothing. Say it again.
I love the idea of people that have never watched Going Back to Beast
It's
Wars
worse.
seeing this crap for the first time and being like, what the fuck is this show? That's right. You could have been seeing all this ridiculousness the whole time, you know. So this is how the war has progressed since the last time we checked in with our Autobots family. The Autobots, since Bumblebee, have been stranded on Earth since escaping there in 1987.
Mm-hmm.
So 7 years has passed. Optimus has been unable to get his team back to Cybertron. Unicron and the Terracon soldiers become a new part in the Great War. The Maximals join with the Earth Autobots to defeat the Terracons. And lastly, a group of humans are gearing up to join the Great War with the codename G.I. Joe. What?
Believe it or not, that is the one thing from the 80s that I
you
did know
about?
because my brothers had G.I. Joes.
Can we just say, what the hell? Like, I'm sitting
Like,
there.
we're all sitting there, we're like, where's
I'm
this?
like,
What are you alluding to, buddy?
This has got to be. I'm like, okay. I mean, it's Sector 7. Like, it's gonna
Yeah,
be Sector
it's gotta
7.
be Sector
like,
7.
I mean, that's cool, but I
no,
mean, you know, whatever.
No, they didn't want it to be Sector
Well,
7.
when they kept like building up to it, like when they were clearly not saying what it was, like for way too long for it to be Sector 7. Like I we never did. It was like, it's not gonna be G.I. Joe. Like,
I was
they're
like,
not gonna
I
do
don't
that.
know. I
And
don't
then
know.
all of a sudden, Noah gets the card, and it's fucking G.I. Joe. Like, dude,
What?
that is insane. That I was in the theater just grinning
How-
like a moron because I was like, this is ridiculous. and I
How
love
long did it say in that one article online that they've been wanting to do this
I forget.
for
but
like
years.
years? But there's also comics where they did
Yes.
team up
Yeah.
Transformers and G.I. Joes.
Yeah, it's been a normal thing for them to team up.
Yeah.
Like,
But they've been wanting to do this live action for
Yeah.
a long time.
well, especially the producer, the guy that worked on Rise of Cobra.
Dave
You know, that's
Bonavorte or
Yeah,
whatever his
yeah.
crazy name is. He's got a long name.
and like here's the thing, and God love Transformers Wiki. You know, they try so hard to be like fair and balanced in their reviews, not reviews, but just in their facts of things. And like they're like, yeah, this movie doesn't necessarily negate the original Transformers timeline, which I completely disagree with. But and they're like, and also, you know, the design on the card is the same as the design they used in Rise of Cobra, which means this could possibly lean into that as well. And I'm like, no, this movie will not be leading into G.I. Joe Rise of Cobra. Nobody is going back to Rise of Cobra. Like, that's not happening. Do you even know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I do. I just remembered I saw a picture of the guy that played Cobra with Pedro Pascal.
Are you talking about... Wait, who are you talking about?
Hideo Kojima posted a picture of them together.
Joseph Gordon-Levitt?
No, the new Cobra, the new movie that they came out with, didn't they?
Snake Eyes?
Snake Eyes. That's what I meant. I'm sorry.
Okay. It's okay. I
I'm
was like-
sorry.
I was like,
See, I know nothing about G.I. Joe.
I was like, the
no, please. Do we have to go back to G.I. Joe?
no, we
Please?
don't. We don't.
I
have
don't
to
think
do
I
that.
can handle that. bad.
I'll be honest. I don't have a love
We
of
tried
G.I.
to
Joe.
watch the first one years ago, and it just.
I've seen both. I didn't watch Snake Eyes, but I have
know you've seen both, but I meant me and you. We tried to watch that
Man.
first one. It was rough.
We made it through it.
I think we did. I can't
It
remember.
was hard. It was a hard watch,
It was
man.
hard.
Oh my god, it was not good. But I mean, you know, I didn't really. They didn't have a CGI animated series for G.I. Joe that played in syndication on Fox 39 in the 90s, so I didn't get into G.I. Joe at all. So sorry about
I
that.
only knew the
everybody.
action figures that my brothers
Yeah.
had.
But just how insane is it that Hasbro now has a shared universe? That's insane.
Way to go, Hasbro.
So, I mean, obviously, I was alluding to it in pre-spoilers, but, we could have an Autobots-centric story go forward. We could have Noah goes into the G.I. Joe story, and, we just follow him along. And then we could have a Maximal story. And then kind of these three stories could be going, and then they kind of have to re-culminate back together.
Guess what? They come back together, and they become part of the Power Rangers.
I mean, here's the thing. If the kid wasn't already wearing a Power Rangers t-shirt, I would say Power Rangers is definitely on the table for being able to be possible. But they'd have to do some kind of trans-dimensional thing, which, I mean, they do have the trans-warp key, so I guess that's possible. But that would be just a lot of explaining, and I don't think it'd be worth it. But Hasbro does own Power Rangers now, so if they wanted to, they could fit them in the same universe. That could happen.
I don't see it happening.
I don't think it will either. But
that's a lot.
It would be amazing if it did. I mean, I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah.
To see the Megazord and Optimus Prime fucking taking down some putties.
A giant Goldar.
I mean, think about it. Noah's basically already the White Ranger in the outfit he
That's
wears.
true.
In this,
That's true. Eric in chat has something to say about the G.I. Joe thing.
Yes.
He said, I thought this same Sector 7. And he said, G.I. Joe. I was like, okay, but not too excited. Here's why. It's basically going to be a Bay movie with a whole bunch of Air Force and Transformers. So it's been...
You're not wrong.
You're not wrong. He does love him some planes. I will say that.
Yeah, and he loves the military.
Yeah.
He's just like, oh, fucking jets.
I kind of agree with you there.
I'm hopeful that they will lean more in the science fiction era. I mean, not era. I don't know enough about
the tech part of it.
Yeah, that it'll be a little less like just super militaristic, and it'll be more almost taken like a Mission Impossible with it, or where it's more gadget based and less, kind of like what they did in Rise of Cobra, but just a hell of a lot better than that. That's what I'm hoping for. And I think if you have Noah as the lead, I think that could help a lot. And just basically just them going on like covert missions.
Yeah.
I think that could be an interesting thing. But I feel like you can't abandon the sci-fi element. Like if you're starting the G.I. Joe universe within the Transformers universe,
you can't.
It has to maintain that.
Yeah, I agree.
And wasn't there like an alien ship or something in the background?
Yeah,
what was
it was
that?
a very high tech ship. Whatever rock stars said. They said that you could tell it's new tech. Like it's not a military plane. It's nothing military, but it's something new.
Oh, I wonder if it was.
Because don't they have a funky looking ship?
Yeah. Well, they have the big carrier, like not a helicarrier, but something like that. You know what I mean? Like the big.
Yeah.
But
I agree with you wholeheartedly. They should lean to the sci-fi aspect of it.
Yeah.
Man, my voice is.
And I mean, that may even be not what like G.I. Joe purists want, but I feel like.
Yeah.
What they want isn't gonna work either. It's gonna be like the Legend of Zelda movie I was talking earlier. Like it was never gonna be a Lord of the Rings style movie. So I mean, a G.I. Joe movie that's basically Black Hawk Down that's just not gonna happen. Not with the Transformers bent on it. What you got?
Eric's got another thought.
Sweet.
In chat, Mr. Eric, he says, let's see, they make one Autobot and one Decepticon going at it with the Joes. Now, it might be interesting to focus on the Joes and the Transformers. Let's see. And the Transformers are just the ultimate weapon. Megatron is the HISS tank, and Silverbolt has a Sky Striker.
Oh yeah, because he was in the G1 cartoons. Yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah,
that'd be great.
That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, I think somebody was telling me today, it might have been Eric. No, I think it was somebody else on YouTube. They left a comment saying that this is apparently called I haven't seen this anywhere, so this may be false. But that this is apparently being called the Unicron trilogy. So like Unicron's kind of going to be the big bad.
Heck yeah.
Which is interesting, and I would love for it to lend itself more to like what happens in the original movie with like Galvatron and stuff. Yes. But I mean, we haven't even got Megatron.
Yeah.
So I mean, like,
yes.
And like, if they do a team up with like Megatron and Cobra, like, if the reveal in G.I. Joe's new movie is that Cobra is actually working with Megatron and like, that's where they're getting their tech from or something. I have no idea. Literally, I have no idea what they could do. But it's just, to me, it's interesting that at the very least they're trying something different.
Yeah, they're not doing the same copy and paste thing over and over again.
Because G.I. Joe, I feel like, has the potential to be something good.
Yeah, it does.
If they just do it the right way.
Yes.
And I think leading into a more like sci-fi Black Ops team, I think that would be the better way to go than like a Black Hawk Down.
And also, still, I'm so sorry. Still keep the aspect of some comedy in there.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Like
especially if Noah's the main character.
Don't make it so flippin' heavy.
Yeah. Well, I mean, see, that's why like Retaliation to me sucked so bad was because it was just nothing. Yeah. Like it was just a military movie. Yeah. It wasn't even like, at least Rise of Cobra sucked. Okay, but at least it was trying to not be just Black Hawk Down again.
Hey, is that? I keep on replaying this one clip in my head from one of those trailers.
Yeah.
Who is in the back end of a truck or something, and it spins around?
It's Bruce Willis. He's the original Joe.
Yeah.
Yeah, and The Rock is there.
How long did it take for that movie to come out? It seemed like
too long.
Because I remember seeing the trailer in a movie theater. And I was like, oh, they're making another one.
They delayed it like 9 months to do a post 3D conversion on it. And then I think it still got delayed even further. Past that. It was at least a year. Yeah.
It felt like 1 or 2 years. And I was like it showed, the trailers are showing up again. It'd be like in theaters now. I was like, oh, it finally came out.
We saw the trailers as many times as we saw the trailer for The Rise of Gru, which was for like 4 years that trailer played.
Also, listen, I think that's one thing Illumination's done well. They've had everybody holding on to Rise of Gru all these years, and all the kids that grew up with it going to the movie theater dressed up. I love that so much. It
was great, honestly. It was
movie ridiculous. Theaters hated it, apparently.
Yeah, but I mean, it made them money.
That was great.
It was great. But no, I think obviously taking this in that direction, hopefully it leads itself to something good.
Yeah, and I will say they probably made a butt ton of money off of this little buddy right here. I can't tell you how many people I saw walking around
just off the popcorn bucket.
Yes.
Yeah. It was really smart of them to go with the G1 Optimus for this. I mean, I would have preferred the head. You know, kind of like
I was shocked when we showed up to get our tickets. I was like, "Oh my god, Matt, it's a truck." It's Optimus.
Yeah, I'll be honest, I thought it was just a truck at first. Like, I didn't know it actually. I thought it came with popcorn and a drink. I didn't know it held popcorn and a drink. I was like, "Oh, cool."
Well, it showed it in the picture up on the menu screen. I was like, "Oh, it holds a drink."
Let's keep this train moving because I mean it's on me.
We're going crazy.
So let's get into our next segment, which is called "Welcome to the Party, Pal," and let's talk about all the new Transformers that we met this week.
Welcome to the party, pal.
Speaking of Bruce Willis. Jinx, you owe me so.
There you go. There's your water.
I don't want that. Acid act up.
Autobots. Now, remember, we do this as a continuation of Bumblebee.
Okay.
So typically, we would recount everybody if this was the beginning of a new era, but it's not. It's a continuation. So Optimus is not on this list.
Okie doke.
Well, Optimus Prime anyway.
Okay.
On the Autobots side, we met Mirage.
Yeah.
The new version of Wheeljack.
Mm-hmm.
And Stratosphere.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of who I was talking about earlier. Was the
big plane?
Yeah, like what? So how many Autobots are here?
Yeah,
I
mean, hey, he can haul them.
Eric, you might know this. Is Stratosphere? Is that the same as the big plane that's in the second Revenge of the Fallen movie? Is that the same one? He was a Decepticon. He was a Decepticon, so maybe it's not.
And also, John DiMaggio did his voice.
Who?
John DiMaggio. That was Bender.
Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot about that. On the Maximal side, Maggie, we met Ape Link, which I had no idea who that was.
That's Optimus Primal's daddy.
I guess we actually it's in the information down at the end, but essentially he was born out of a robot con, like one of those Transformers conventions that they do.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
that's cool.
I have more details on it later, but we also met Optimus Primal.
Eric says Jetfire. No, it's not the same.
Oh, okay. Thank you. I appreciate that. I was like, is this another old plane?
There's 2 old planes flying around,
At
man.
least this one's not like, I don't know, just a fucking General Grievous, but like 9,000 years old or something, you know?
Yeah.
He's walking around, he had a cane.
Yes!
He was like coughing out
oh my God,
blood,
yes.
but it was oil.
It was oil. Yeah, I remember that. Oh my
Weird.
God.
Terrible movie.
Yes.
Let's see, Optimus Primal, Air Razor, Rhinox, and of course, the big bot,
Big cat,
and little cat, Cheetor. We also had on the Terracon side, we had Scourge. Sorry, Scourge.
Scourge.
And he has a kind of like the dude Soundwave.
Yeah.
He has Freezer as an offshoot of Scourge. So that's the ones that kind of look like monkeys.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nightbird and Battle Trap.
Yeah.
We actually have the Nightbird Transformer.
Yeah. I'm not going
to go.
Let's not go there.
Under Unicron. So this is another faction because Unicron is not a Terracon. Okay?
No, it's not.
The Terracons serve Unicron, but Unicron is not himself a Terracon.
He is his own thing.
So Unicron is under Unicron.
Yeah.
But then under Unicron, there was also Unicron's other mindless things.
Oh,
which is also a Predacon.
Yes.
Named Scorponok.
Yeah, Scorponok.
Now Maggie. Upon thinking about this, do you remember when we found out in Beast Wars that Scorponok? Or wait, never mind. I just lost it. I lost the whole thing.
Okay.
Because I was like, it all works perfectly.
It works out. No.
It was Tarantulas that I was thinking of.
Oh, yeah. That is right. Yeah. I forgot about that.
But this is Scorponok.
It's Scorponok.
Never mind. Womp, 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 womp. We need that sound effect. We need to get your soundboard.
The bleeping soundboard fixed.
Under the humans, we also met Noah Diaz. Noah Diaz, Elena Wallace, Chris Diaz, the Tells to Noah Sonic, Reek. 2 guesses who Reek is.
I don't know.
He's the guy that tried to get Noah to steal jazz. No.
Oh, Mirage.
Mirage, thank you. I can never remember that.
That was great.
And of course, Agent Burke.
Yeah.
The other.
G.I. Joe.
The G.I. Joe man himself.
Is he the original Joe?
No, he's just Agent Burke.
I know. I'm just trying to be funny. I'm sorry. Go make people mad.
You're gonna make out. You want to make out?
Let's make out.
All right.
I'm joking. I didn't mean for it to come out like that, guys. I'm so sorry.
I'm gonna get into our next segment unless you had something you want to say about all the people we met. Well, before I move on, who was your favorite newbie? Obviously, I think Mirage is probably
Mirage. I am so sorry. Mirage and I mean, he didn't get a lot of screen time, but I really loved Cheetor.
Cheetor's design was fantastic.
It's beautiful.
Like, he looked really, really good.
And I
honestly.
Really enjoyed Air Razor also.
Yeah,
the actress
didn't get enough time.
Yeah, the actress that voiced her, she did a really good job.
Yes, totally. And I thought Scourge was really good.
Yeah.
The other 2 were pretty generic. I'll be honest.
Yeah.
If I didn't have the list, I wouldn't remember their names.
Yeah.
At all. But Scourge was really good.
Yeah.
And especially considering that we didn't get a Megatron, I felt like he held his own as a formidable foe against the Autobots.
Yeah, he did.
And he was kind of a badass. Remember how easily he was just taking down those fuckers, you know? He was like, ripping their freaking spines out. And Optimus, we haven't even talked about how Optimus hates humans in this. So weird.
I mean, he's been stuck on the planet for 7 years. Well, supposedly 7 years. It could be less than that. And I mean, he wants to get back home and try to figure out this war, get his home back.
Yeah.
He's probably a combination of frustrated, mad, tired, sad,
Yeah.
homesick.
It's just different because we're so used to Optimus being optimistic.
Yes.
You know? And
I mean,
for them to be like, fuck humans. I mean, don't get me wrong. That's fair. That's a fair assessment of humans. You know?
and
Like,
it was a nice,
I get that.
And it was a nice contrast to see Optimus Primal, which they know how to. They go to, as he said, we go to planets that are young, and we try to help them, and that he trusts the humans.
Yeah.
And how that happened in Beast Wars, they helped them out.
Yeah.
And stuff, and that it just shocked Optimus. Like, you let the humans know you're here, and he's like, well, yeah, they helped us.
Yeah. And
we help them.
It's cool that Noah gets to be like the catalyst to Optimus Prime becoming the Optimus Prime we know.
Yes.
Because like he shows, hey, there is more to humans than meets the eye.
eye.
Which I hate that. Can we just stop that?
Wait, oops.
Like I don't need anybody to say that in a winky way ever again. We've done it.
We've done it.
We've done it 12 times. I think it's time to retire that. You know,
let it die.
More than meets the eye. Either say it about the Transformers or just don't say it all at this point.
We know.
We get it. It was the tagline, and you're twisting it in every freaking movie, and it's hysterical. Now, can we please stop? At this point, it's irritating. At this point, you know. But whatever.
So sorry.
Yeah, I would agree with that. I think Cheetor. I would have loved to have seen more Rhinox.
Yeah.
But,
like I said, he scared me.
and honestly, I would have loved to have seen him in robot mode a little bit more. Like we just didn't get that much of it. They looked really good, but we just didn't get a whole lot of it. And like Cheetor didn't really talk that much. Which again, you know, the little bit that he did talk, I thought he sounded good.
Yeah.
Totally different from what he is in Beast Wars. But
he's so grown up.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he's been on Earth for 4 million years or something.
He's so grown up now. He's mature.
Yeah, he needs a little cat.
Yeah, he needs a little cat. That'd be Tigertron this time around.
Is it still weird to anybody else that they're all giants? Like, as they were supposed to be like normal size.
I thought so too. I was like, man, dang.
They're huge. Like, they're the size of the Autobots. But I guess that would have been confusing for the people that don't know anything.
Yeah.
Like, why are they so much smaller? And we did get a small robot in the last knot. There was a C-3PO looking one, but it was like 1 foot shorter than all the other humans around. It was very off-putting. So a small Maximal probably would have been really freaking weird if I'm talking about it. All right, I'm gonna go into the next segment unless you had something you wanted to say. Let's talk about upgrades. All right, so this week Noah had an upgrade. Noah gains his Mirage super suit, which looks an awful lot like the accelerator suits from G.I. Joe Rise of Cobra. Oddly enough. And that's it. Yeah. So, like, are we, okay, did Mirage, what happened there? like,
I think Mirage's legs were shot off. I know that, because I remember, like, when Scourge did that,
yeah,
I was like, oh, crap, Mirage's legs are gone.
kind of like Bumblebee when Megan Fox is driving him around.
Yeah.
But, like, so he has the suit, and, like, the suit stays on him.
Yeah.
And then, like, he gets out of the suit, but the suit still stays the suit. And then he rebuilds Mirage?
Yeah, I think so.
That's so confusing. Like, does he put the spark in a new body?
I don't think so.
Like, well, I mean, it's just like, how do you rebuild Mirage, you know? And, like, was it just, like, half of Mirage's body that went on to...
Maybe Optimus gave him blueprints.
And, I mean, is he still alive while Noah's, like, all up inside him?
I mean, he already said it to his little brother earlier in the
movie.
You missed that part. When he meets the little brother for the first time, Mirage, because he's standing on the car trying to see what's going on, and he hits his headlights and they turn on, and the little boy's like, what is that? And Noah's like, no, it's nothing, it's nobody, it's nothing, just listen to me. And he steps out, he's like, whoa, it's a car. And like Mirage introduces himself and stuff, and and his little brother's like who, like, what is he? And he's like, oh, this is just a co-worker, this is somebody I work with. And Mirage is like, I coworker, you've been inside me.
Wow. Yeah, I did not see that part.
yeah.
Wow, that's great.
Yeah.
I bet Pete Davidson's delivery on that was pretty
Oh, it was great. It was hilarious.
I can't wait to own this on digital and just watch it over and over again. Like, especially the opening scene with the Maximals. Like, I really want to take a look at their world.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, so just thoughts of that, you know, it's just like his suit, like, you know, is Mirage like still helping with him? Does that mean that if he wears the suit in like G.I. Joe that the Mirage is also going to be in G.I. Joe, or is it not a non-sentient suit because now Mirage has his own other car? Like, you know what I mean? Like, there's just some details there that
I don't see Optimus being cool with Mirage going with the G.I. Joes.
I mean, I don't know. I think it'd be kind of an interesting thing, and probably not Mirage, because Mirage at this point is a main character. But it would be an interesting thing to have an Autobot or Maximal working with the Joes just to kind of help keep that bridge intact during their movie. Because if you do a whole, like, you know, a whole spin-off with the Joes from this movie and just no Transformers references at all, I feel like that would be kind of a missed opportunity.
Yeah.
So, I mean, and it doesn't have to be anybody big. Like, I mean, obviously, like, if they wanted to put like Rat Trap or something, like, that'd be cool. But even like Ironhide.
Oh my God, he'd be terrifying. It's a giant rat.
Well, I mean, a metal rat. Maggie, if they can make Grogu adorable, they can make Rat Trap not terrifying. Okay, just give them a chance. Remember, they softened Bumblebee. They made him all rounded edges in Bumblebee. Like, there's ways. There's ways. There's ways.
I don't like it.
There's ways.
Eric says, "Where's my super suit?"
Where is my super suit?
Woman,
why do you need to know?
Because I need my super suit.
When are we going to get live action Incredibles?
No.
Moving on. Maggie, listen, it's time for us to remember all those that we've lost this month, this week on Transformers.
We're all gonna die.
Oh, hey, Wheeljack said something like that. Remember?
We're all gonna die.
We're all gonna die.
Yeah, he did.
And I went, oh, that's Rat Trap.
He may not have been in the movie,
No,
but his soul
he's there in spirit.
We lost Air Razor. Gone too soon.
Gone too soon.
She may have been 4 million years old at this point, but still, gone too soon. Didn't even get to see her transform. Sucks, man. Scourge, we think he's dead.
I think
at this point they're
Optimus
saying
melted his face.
Yeah, I mean, at this point we're saying they're all dead. Not Bird and Battle Trap until we find out in the next movie that
they're resurrected
they're not, or something. I don't know. I mean,
they melted all their metal.
Megatron
and
died.
Sparks together.
Megatron died and then was reborn as a Galvatron by Unicron. So I will say I did appreciate that. Unicron did not transform. Like, it would have been cool, don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
Would have loved to have seen it. But if they're saving that for like a big grand finale movie, that'll be really cool.
That's what I was hoping for, actually.
You don't want to blow your wad this early.
No.
Right? Boink.
May I say, when and if we do get Decepticons and we get all the lovelies in there, you know, Megatron and all them.
Decepticons, not Predacons.
No,
Okay.
I just want one scene reenacted. If we are resurrecting Megatron as Galvatron,
yeah,
I better see Starscream kick him out of the
and like have his crown.
Yes,
and then immediately
gets dead. Yes,
yeah. I mean, that would be pretty great. Honestly,
I would love that.
And like, he could even be a ghost, which would lead into Beast Wars, where he's a ghost.
Yeah,
you know, Spirit of Starscream. Think about it. It'd be great.
Do it.
All right. Speaking of doing it, let's talk about some of our favorite quotes.
Well, that's just prime.
I love that. We're gonna keep that for Turtles.
We're keeping it. We're not even switching out anything.
It's just gonna be.
We're just keeping it. We're going to confuse the crap out of people.
Listen, it's part of the cinematic universe that is hopefully awesome. Okay.
Oh, Wheeljack has the same colors as Rat Trap.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Huh. Maybe he gets reformatted. into Rat
Yeah,
Trap.
that is true. They can
Maybe-
reformat.
Maybe he goes into the great great upgrade. Is that what it was called?
Something
That
like
bridges the Autobots to the Maximals.
Yes. So, yeah, that's what it was called.
yeah. But he becomes Rat Trap.
Trap.
He's like, I am transformed. God, please don't bring in any of that.
No, none of the weird ones, please.
I just want Black Arachnia.
Yes.
Like, she should have been somewhere in this. Maybe not this one, but like
Maybe
she
just
needs to be in it.
oh God, Matt, you're wishing for a giant spider.
It's Black Arachnia. She's like a key member of Beast Wars.
I know, but
I think Dinobot, obviously.
yes.
And obviously Megatron, Optimus Prime. I feel like, and Cheetor, like those three I kind of go without saying. But I feel like Dinobot and Black Arachnia, or like maybe even Tarantulas probably would be fair to say. Like those three really are like pillars of Beast Wars.
Yeah.
And like for them to just not have any representation in this is just wild, you know. Granted, we didn't get any Predacons.
Yeah.
So I mean, you know, the next set of movies could be them fighting Predacons.
Okay.
Like honestly, a post-credit scene of them like breaking through like a wormhole, you know. Oh, and they're in the Nemesis. Oh my God, could you imagine? Ugh. I'm getting way too excited for shit that it's not real. All right, Maggie, here's some quotes for you. Bumblebee, you can't handle the truth. Optimus Prime, I do not want you going to that drive-in theater anymore. That was good.
That was good.
It took us seven movies to get a joke about him using the radio, but that was worth it. That was
At
a
least
solid one.
I guess he figured out a way to record.
I guess so.
I guess. I mean, surely to
Yeah.
goodness.
Because I mean, they're not playing that on the radio. You know?
Well, no. When you go to a drive-in, you have to signal up to that signal, the radio signal.
Yeah. So you're saying in that moment, that movie was playing at that exact part?
No. I'm just
You're saying
saying
he
he's
recorded it
probably
somehow.
recorded it that
Okay.
way.
Honestly, that would make a lot more sense as opposed to him just randomly picking channels that just so happen to be at the exact spot that
Yeah.
he needs to say what he's trying
Yeah.
to say. Yeah, that would make a lot more
Yes.
sense if he had some sort of data recorder.
Yeah.
Which, this is the shit that we nerd about. Like, you know what I mean? Like, they're never going to explain that he has like data tracks inside of him, you know?
I'm going to be that person. That
I love
puts
it.
Out.
I love it. That's why I love you, Maggie, because you're that person.
Oh, you're that person for me.
Unicron. Don't, Prime. I can give you everything you want. Optimus Prime. Then die! Optimus Prime just fucking not having it in this movie. Like, he's like...
About time.
Dude, he is so over it. He's like,
I know
"Fuck
people
this
are...
shit,
Because
man."
apparently people were like complaining about it. But I'm sorry. He's homesick, yo. He wants to go home. He wants to check up on his homies.
Look what he had to be for
Okay.
7 years. Do you know how much it cost him to drive around?
Filled with popcorn.
I was talking about gas. God, Maggie. All right. Now let's talk about traitors.
I was like,
we'll probably keep
there's
this
no
one.
traitors.
There was a traitor.
There
Maggie.
was a traitor.
Who was the traitor?
Airazor.
Air That's right.
But
Under
there was-
Scourge's control, Air turns on the Maximals and the Autobots.
That made me
She
sad.
tries really hard not to.
No, yeah, she does. It made me
It
so
really
sad.
sucked seeing her being all rusty. I hated that. Like, I felt so bad for her. And then she was like, no, just fucking kill me. And Optimus Prime was like, okay, here's a hug.
I want to know who else she had with her.
What are
You
talking
know,
about?
because she said, I'm the only one left. Everybody else is gone.
Oh.
Because she didn't
yeah.
know that Primal and Cheetor and Rhinox were okay.
Yeah.
And she
So you
didn't-
think she had other Maximals with her?
yeah.
It's probably Dinobot and Rat Trap. And Silverbolt. It was just the entire cast, the rest of the cast. in there.
Tigertron.
Ah, man. I really am surprised we didn't get a Tigertron. I mean,
Man,
White
he would've
Tiger,
been
like, I feel like that's a...
Giant ass white tiger.
would have looked like fucking badass. Which I know we had Cheetor, but still, I feel
Still,
like...
yeah. Another big cat. I'm sorry. There are
Hey, big cat.
there would be kids going bonkers over those toys.
It's true. And speaking of, we need more toys. Like, I don't know if it's just us, like if it's just our area, but like we've had the same 5 toys and that's it.
He
Like,
looks
where's-
every week.
Literally every week we go grocery shopping, and like it's just not. There's nothing, and like I see it on like you know the
Internet.
that there's others, but like just I don't know. For this to be like their big toy movie, there's not a hell of a lot of toys.
Speaking of toy movies, I'm gonna make this really quick.
Okay, you're fine.
Where's the freaking Barbie movie Barbies? I
Boom.
want to know where they're at.
Boom. Speaking of traders, where's our Barbie movie Barbies?
I've seen pictures. I've seen things that are coming out with them. I want to know where they're at.
I just want the
There's
Michael
two.
Cera Ken. That's the only thing I want.
There are two I'd really like to have, and that's the Margot Robbie and the Issa Rae Barbie. It's the ones I want.
I want the Kate McKinnon Barbie.
There
I
is
really
a
hope they
Barbie.
release
I
that.
saw like a special edition set, and I know this is a way off topic. And
We're talking about Transformers. I don't
I
think
know.
Barbie's that far off topic.
There was one that looked almost like the Kate McKinnon Barbie.
Okay.
Yeah. So I couldn't really tell because somebody else had gotten this picture off of something else because it was the special edition sets that were costing up to like $400.
Oh wow,
Yeah.
that's crazy.
Yeah.
I hope Barbie's good.
Me too.
But now, Maggie, it's time to talk about some Transformers references, part of a bigger universe. You just don't know it yet.
You become part of a bigger universe. You just don't know it yet.
God, that looked so good. It was so good. And he had his things.
Yeah.
You know. He looked really good.
Yeah, he did.
Like, again, could have used more robot mode.
Yes.
You know, which I get it. They're trying to show the
That
animals because the
yeah.
animals are more interesting and different from.
I would have
you know,
loved for him to say,
that's just prom.
well,
slag.
yes, and slag. I would have given Rhinox to say slag for anything.
Slag!
Before I forget my thought,
Tankor! Sorry. I'm sorry.
and I forgot.
You
my
would have
thought.
loved to have seen him say.
Say yes. I'm sorry. You really got me distracted.
You're good.
I wanted to hear him say, "We don't stay in robot form long because of the energon levels on this planet."
Yeah.
I would have loved that, but he did say this is unrefined
Yeah.
energon. It would take a lot of energy to make it work.
How did it get powered up? Was it because of the transwarp
Yes.
key thing?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, and that's how
Okay.
that's how B came Uncle Bobby baby Bumblebee
Bumblebee baby.
Bumblebee baby.
Yeah, no, that was great. I mean, I kind of hate that we saw the part in the trailer where he like dives out of an airplane because I never like once thought that Bumblebee was actually dead. You know, because we saw where he jumps out of the plane and you know,
Yeah.
so I mean, like we knew he would be back. It's,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
And like, for God's sakes, can we just not do the Optimus is gonna die thing? Like, I get it.
going to sacrifice myself.
I get it, right? Optimus dies. That's what he does.
That's what he
I
does.
Get it.
That's
I
what he
get
does
it.
best, guys.
But like, for fuck's sake, can we just not? Can we go like one Optimus movie without having Optimus just wanting to fucking off himself? Like, you know, just good God. Anyway, sorry. Like, it was great, but God.
Eric, I look at Target just about every weekend, man, and I look at Walmart also. Have not seen them. I'm starting to think that they just don't like us down there.
I think you're right. You know, they're
'Cause
like,
he
I know
said-
these fucks in the South.
Eric
are
says
gonna
his
want
wife
these.
is trying to get the one in the classic swimsuit, which I would like to have, and the one with the cowboy hat. And they're
Yeah.
retailing for $50.
Wow.
Dang, they really
I
want
mean,
these to be collector's
You
items.
could get a large popcorn.
Well,
and
that's
drink
true.
For that.
with the big old truck.
That's right. A truckload of popcorn
Oh God, what will be the container for the Flash?
for the Flash.
Batman head.
Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. Hopefully, it's not an Ezra Miller head. We won't be buying that.
No, we won't. I want
It'd be
Michael
cool if it
Keaton
was like.
Bathead.
It'd be cool if it was just like the
Symbol?
89 symbol, like
Yeah.
the yellow, and like it just pops up. You know.
How about we just
That'd be cool.
bring back the whole trend from the '89 Batman thing with all the merchandise?
Okay. I'd be down for that.
Did you ever watch Batman on VHS as a child?
I'm sure I did.
Well, Bugs Bunny and Daffy Duck do a promo at the beginning, and you call a phone number, and they can hook you up with some Batman merchandise.
The WB store, the Warner Brothers store.
Yeah, but specifically was for the 89 Batman.
Wow.
Followed by a Dr. Diet Coke commercial with Alfred.
You watched that VHS a lot, man.
Yes, I did. That's we didn't get to rent a lot, man.
Hey.
We didn't get satellite until like 95.
God, that was already 2 seasons of Power Rangers by then.
We
All
picked
right,
that
listen.
up through antenna.
Listen.
No.
It's time for a bigger universe, okay? I'm joking. All right, Rise of the Beast appears to take the same approach as Bumblebee and ignores the events of the final Bay film, 2017's The Last Knot,
Good.
by depicting Unicron as a separate planet rather than the Earth itself. I don't know if you knew that, Maggie.
No,
I
I didn't.
I
That
think we
sounds
talked about
horrible.
it. Yeah, he at the end.
That doesn't make sense.
One of these things is coming up.
That doesn't make
Out of
any
the Earth.
sense.
Well, but get this, all right? Rather than as the Earth himself, as he appeared in that film. However, it is important to note that the film lightly implies that the Maximals are time travelers from the future, which would also mean that Unicron, who appears in the film, is also from the future.
Yeah.
Then it could be argued that the appearance here doesn't technically contradict The Last Night, where the Earth would be Unicron. However, that would mean that Unicron is trying to eat his own past self. So, can we
Sounds like
just...
somebody's got ego issues.
I think we just need to accept this is a different timeline.
This is a different timeline.
This
guys.
is different.
Just
and
stop.
I get it. You know, they don't want to be whatever. They don't want to lose money.
Yeah.
And so they're not wanting to say that it's not the same.
I'm sorry, Michael
But-
Bay is still a producer on this, guys. Just let it be.
He'll be a producer forever.
I know
think
he will. And
I
Steven
think he
Spielberg.
does. Yeah, I think they do because of
Yeah.
what they did for the first one.
So just you're not gonna hurt anybody's feelings.
Yeah, just say it's a different timeline. It
It's a
doesn't
different
matter.
timeline.
Doesn't
Who
matter.
cares?
Yeah. I mean, it is a different timeline. Like,
It
let's
is.
just, or don't even say it. Just everybody just accept that it is, you know? Like,
Quit defending the
'cause
Bayverse.
at this point, we are, 13 years away from the first Transformers movie. Do you know how much would have to happen in order for the first Transformers movie to make sense in conjunction with everything that's already happened? Like, Optimus and the rest of the Transformers would have to get off of Earth and go back somewhere.
Yeah.
B would have to be on Earth looking for Megatron or the Great
Oh, yeah.
Cube or whatever the hell, right?
Yeah.
The Decepticons would have to already be there and infiltrating the military and all that stuff. G.I. Joe would have to not exist. Like, there's a lot. The Maximals wouldn't be able to be there, so they'd have to be destroyed at some point. Like, there's just a lot that would have to happen. There's no way. There's no way. There's no way. I really hope they don't do an X-Men franchise trope and like the next movie takes place in the 2000s. Like, where they just keep skipping into the next decade.
Please do it.
No.
I
Like,
want 2000.
we begin it and it's like when I was a young boy, my father took me into
they
the
got to be
city.
careful. I mean, you could do 2000, but if you go further up, to not focus on a certain time period in America.
Yeah,
Yeah.
fair enough.
Just saying.
Although, I mean, if you think about,
Or 1999.
yeah,
Set around New
I think-
Year's and
just leave
everybody
it at
freaking out
94.
about Y2K and getting all the Autobots freaking out because they could shut
maybe
down.
the Autobots stopped Y2K with G.I. Joe.
With G.I. Joe?
Maybe Noah like grabbed the ball. All right, listen.
He grabbed the
Steven-
cuckoo by the balls. I'm tired.
I don't even know what. Anyway, all right. Stephen Capel Jr. has noted that earlier drafts of the screenplay explicitly depicted the Maximals as time travelers from the future,
Yeah.
as they were in the cartoon. And while the concept is toned down for the finished movie, that is probably won't even occur to general audiences, several references to the idea are still made on screen. Transwarp technology is stated to open portals in time as well as space.
Mm-hmm.
AirRaiser states the Maximals are from both the Autobots' past and future. And Optimus Primal says that he is named after the legendary Optimus Prime, which all combine to suggest the Maximals originate from the future. I feel like for us, yes, it was very obvious.
Yeah.
But I could see if you're not paying attention, I could see you not realizing
if you're just
that.
like sitting there just trying to get through it. Yeah, you're
especially the fact
that
that they've been on Earth for like millions of years. Like,
Yeah.
I can see how that'd be complicated for people. The idea of the Maximals hailing from a jungle planet, which originates in the IDW publishing comic books, which depicted many Beast Wars characters as the residents of the planet Eucharis. The planet is implied to be one of the many colonized by Transformers in ages past using space bridges generated by the transwarp key. Before the planets became separated and the key lost, this concept of a great era of Cybertronian expansion that led to the foundation of lost colonies on other planets where Cybertron life evolved in new and different directions dates back to the 2005 Cybertron cartoon. And became a reoccurring element in Transformers series in the 2010s and beyond after it was incorporated into the lore of the Aligned continuity. Now, I don't know what any of that means. But I guess the idea is that the Maximals, instead of being from Cybertron's future, that they are actually another planet. Kind of like, remember in Man of Steel, how Kryptonians had like all their different bases,
Yes.
and then like they were like, nah, fuck that, no, stop, we're not doing that anymore,
Yeah.
and like they all got abandoned.
Yeah.
Like it's that, but it's with Transformers. I kind of like that. I mean, that would make sense. Like if they wanted to do the one like garden lady from Beast Machines.
Yeah.
Like they could be like, oh, well, this one is like an organic place. And
Tech organic.
would you be okay if they reworked the Maximal storyline to not be a direct descendants of Autobots like they are in the Beast Wars?
I mean, I'd be kind of cool with it.
I am okay with it. Like,
Cool.
don't get me wrong, I love the Beast Wars story, and I think it's great.
I do too.
But like, if they wanted to be like, just to make it easier, if they were just, you know, from Cybertron lineage, but you know, they're not the direct descendants of Autobots from the future, I think I'd be okay with that.
Yeah. Eric says about the year for the next movie.
Yeah.
It was the year 2005. Oh, he's talking about the 80s movie. That's when
shit, that's right.
That's when Unicron appeared in the 86.
Shit.
Daniel.
That's
why I kept on saying on the way home. He kept on talking about the suit.
Oh, Daniel.
And didn't you find? Yeah, you found a clip from the 80s movie. Somebody had edited it in such a way that Daniel didn't do what he was supposed to, and he died or something.
It's at the end when Daniel saves Bumblebee and Spike.
Yeah.
They're getting ready to go into the big vat of like molten lava or whatever. And like he doesn't activate it correctly. And so you hear him off screen
Screaming.
And Daniel just like closes his eyes and the credits start rolling. I was like, I wasn't looking for this. Like I was looking for something else.
You're like, this wasn't in the movie.
Because I needed it for that short about the G.I. Joe accelerator suits. Yeah. Let's see here. So God, I forgot about that. Unicron's armies being named the Terracons harkens back to the 2004's Energon and 20 Times Prime series, which both featured the power of Unicron being used to create armies of warriors known as Terracons. So there you go. Though not identified by name on screen, Unicron's army included multiple duplicates of a robotic scorpion identified by the movie's toy line as Predacon Scorponok. The idea of Scorponok being a mass-produced species of robots has recently been seen in the War for Cybertron cartoon series, where both Gen 1 Scorponok and Beast Wars Scorponok were treated this way. We need to watch that.
Interesting.
Honestly, at this point, we need to watch it.
Yeah.
Even if we don't do an episode for it, we just need to watch it. But maybe we do an episode for it. Scourge combines aspects of both Gen 1 Scourge and Robots in Disguise Scourge. He's a herald of Unicron, like G1 Scourge. So a herald, like Silver Surfer.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say.
He's kind of like Silver Surfer.
Yeah, he's like Silver Surfer because Unicron tells him, I saved you.
Yeah.
And you didn't do this right.
It's crazy how close Unicron and Galactus are.
Yeah.
Like, I've never really thought about them that way, but they are very similar.
Well, I mean, at that point, Transformers and Marvel was under the same belt.
Yeah, like Marvel and Transformers. Marvel, like, depicted the first, like, stories of Transformers. So, yeah, that's wild. They were building out the lore together. That's, interesting. Let's see here. Where's that? Scourge, the Herald, like G1 Scourge, and transforms into a black truck like RID Scourge. Robots in Disguise Scourge. The various insignia he wears as trophies include the symbols of the Decepticons, Autobots, Maximals, Predacons, Terracons, Mercenaries, and Wreckers. I don't know what the last two of those are.
Junkions.
Jesus. More obscure characters appear, such as Ape Link, who originates from a BotCon 2000 toy and tie-in in 3H Productions comics, and Stratosphere returning from Revenge of the Fallen toy line. So he's in the toy line. Scourge stands and talks to Unicron's face from inside his body, similar to a scene with their characters from the Gen 1 episode Ghost in the Machine.
Ghost in the Shell?
No, in the Machine. Never mind. Wait, he was in a... Wait, Unicron's in the series? Did we know that? Did we know Unicron is in the series?
I didn't know. I don't think we knew.
Okay. Anyway, the symbols Elena studies are Maximal Cybertronics.
Wow.
That they had on all the screens and stuff in Beast Wars. Yeah, it's the same symbols. They don't translate to anything specific, but the access code Elena symbol simply reads XQB.
XQB.
So that means nothing.
XQB.
The authors of the paper Elena reads about Peru's unexplained glyphs are Ashai Takara and Daniel H. Tommy, a reference to Takara Tommy, Hasbro's longtime business partner in Transformers toys.
Oh, yeah.
That's pretty cool. When proposing different alternate modes to Noah, Mirage briefly turns into an F1 car, a reference to his Gen 1 counterpart's alternate mode.
Yeah.
He also turns into a Lamborghini Countach, which was just a really cool, sexy car, but also famous in Transformers lore for being the alternate mode of Gen 1 Sideswap, Sunstreaker, and Red Alert.
Oh, wow.
Mirage is incredulous over the news that musician Mark Wahlberg is leaving his band, The Funky Bunch, and going into acting. A good-natured jab at the actor's leading role in the earlier Transformers movies, Age of Extinction and The Last Night, which again, I think very much solidifies this is not the same timeline because Mark Wahlberg is in those movies. You know?
Yeah.
So.
Oh, man, that was hilarious.
Scourge name drops Promise as he taunts Optimus Prime. First reference to the Transformers creator god in any of the live-action movies. First time they've ever mentioned Promise.
Yeah, and also, hello, they talked about Energon.
Yeah, which was nice.
It was so
getting
nice.
Some Energon. Yeah.
And I even recognized it at the first scene with the Maximals. I was like, holy crap, that planet has Energon.
It's so wild, how big of a part Energon plays in Transformers lore, and it's just not mentioned at all.
It's not been mentioned.
Any of the movies. It's wild.
It's just nice.
Let's see here. AirRaiser explains that Unicron imbues his heralds with a dark energy, which increases their power but also has a corrupting effect, almost certainly a reference to Dark Energon, the life energy of Unicron introduced in the Aligned continuity. Unicron physically tortures Scourge from afar in the same way he did Galvatron in the Transformers the movie. When Optimus Primal talks to Optimus Prime about how the Maximals trust the humans, he says, "There's more to them than meets the eye." The phrase "till all are one" is also uttered a few times in the movie, thematically linked to the shared struggle of the Autobots, Maximals, and humans. Till all are one. R1D1. When heroes are lining up for the final battle, brown fins briefly pop out of the side of Wheeljack's head, evoking his Gen 1 design. As the heroes charge towards the Terracon army, Optimus Primal commands Rhinox and Cheetor to maximize. Thank God. Because there for a second, they didn't say it.
Yeah,
they said roll out. And I was like, son of a bitch.
Well,
are we really not going to get maximized in this?
Yeah. Well, and looking back on it, I mean, you got to think about it. He is there with the person that he was named after, you know?
Yeah. To get to say it with him.
Get to say roll out with him.
It's pretty cool, yeah.
But then, then they say maximize.
Yeah.
It's like,
maximize! Oh, dude, I popped off for that. Oh my God. I was like, holy shit, yes, this is the best. Let's see here. Optimus Primal briefly fights with his double-bladed scimitar from his original toy. That's the thing. In the final battle, when Unicron sends an army of freezers to reinforce his minions on Earth, They make their descent in the form of yellow and black orbs, which appear to be a nod to Unicron's mini-con from Armada, the yellow and black sphere dead end. All that last sentence is just Greek to me. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Well, Eric says Unicron is just a floating head in the 3rd season of G1, and of course he's on Transformers Energon and Transform and fights Primus.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Huh. So he's just a floating head. Well, I guess because that's where we leave him in the movie.
Floating head. I don't know.
Greetings from the big giant head. Yeah,
Oh, great. Another giant head. Because of Megatron and Beast Machines.
Oh, okay. Wow.
Yeah.
My brain has flatlined. I'm sorry.
Hey, yeah.
This is the longest we've gone live ever. We're rolling up on 2.5 hours for this.
My butt hurts.
The armored suit that Mirage forms over Noah is conceptually an homage to the Gen 1 exosuits like Daniel wears. And of course Spock. While its overall design hews closer to Kicker Jones's battlesuit from Energon, the series, the franchise. Or the...
I gotcha.
Yeah. When Optimus Prime arrives to help Noah, he enters in a pose similar to his promo render for the 2007 video game. In a glorious homage to 2007 movie, the musical highlight of Steve Jablonsky's arrival to Earth plays as Optimus, Noah, and Primal escape the collapsing transwarp portal's suction. So it's a music cue. They brought back a music cue. That's pretty cool. The music that plays during Optimus Prime's final speech is the same music that played over the final speech of the 2007 movie. Is that true? Because I thought his final speech was over the Linkin Park song. And like,
that'd be hilarious.
Right? Because it's like
Linkin Park existed in 94.
Oh, don't even get me started on the fact that that there's a lot of music that doesn't make sense being in this movie.
Yeah, a lot of people
It's a whole
complain about
thing.
that.
Which, who gives a fuck?
Who cares? It was the 90s.
G.I. Joe and Transformers have frequently crossed over in comics and the occasional toy line over the years, though this marks the first time the two have coexisted in a feature film. Notably, the G.I. Joe insignia on Burke's business card is the version introduced in the film G.I. Joe, The Rise of Cobra. Obviously, this is not building up to The Rise of Cobra. Oh, we got a special guest.
Someone misses us.
Aw, there's Lucy. Ah.
She's missed us.
Hey,
She usually
Bubs.
chills out on the couch.
Yeah, you ready for us to go to bed, Bubs? All right. Throughout the film, Noah and Chris use the codename Sonic and Tails. And in one instance, Mirage is referred to as Knuckles. I'm still on you, sorry.
Yeah, I was about to go over and hit the button myself.
A nod to the characters from Sonic the Hedgehog video game series. Chris attempts to comfort Noah after his unsuccessful interview by relating his struggle to Superman's difficulty finding a job before being hired by the Daily Planet.
Somebody did say the speech was said over Linkin Park. LOL,
Thank you.
2007.
Thank you.
Green.
That's what I thought.
Green with evil.
Oh, yeah, the Power Rangers reference.
Ah.
Yeah, what's up? Welcome.
Like it.
Let's see. Chris attempts to we already did that. Chris wears a shirt of the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, another property owned by Hasbro. A poster of said series also appears on his wall. So again, they could have, but like now we've already introduced the fact that the Power Rangers are. Unless now, hang on, and we're not necessarily out of the woods here, okay? Because it's possible that the Power Rangers are real. And these are just real shirts and posters for the Power Rangers.
Oh, yeah.
Kinda like
I forgot his little brother wore that shirt.
Like Miss Marvel has like posters of Captain Marvel, right? Even though she's in the same universe.
They're not from Angel Grove, Matt.
I mean, if there's a 5 multicolored superheroes fighting, like, you think this little boy's not going to be like all about that? Come on, he's playing Mario.
That's Matt.
He's playing Mario Deluxe 5 years before it was released, Maggie.
Yeah, he's like, Matt leaned over, he's like, what game back then would have Bowser on the game?
Yeah, I was
on the
like-
gray brick?
Yeah, I was like,
None.
Mario Land does not have Bowser.
Zero.
This is
No.
bullshit.
Super Mario Land 2, not about Bowser. It's about the
No.
first appearance of Wario. So,
Thank you.
no.
That's right. Yeah, that took me completely out of the movie.
I was sitting there, I was like, that's not true.
I was
Don't.
giving it a 5 out of 5 until that happened. I I'm joking, obviously. Noah calls Mirage E.T. for obvious reasons. He also makes a reference to Indiana Jones when discovering the hidden temple in Peru.
Yeah.
Bumblebee drops various voice lines from famous real-life films throughout the movie, including films such as Die Hard, Spaceballs, A Few Good Men, and Scarface. Speaking of Mario Brothers, Mirage calls Optimus Primal Donkey Kong.
That is right.
This is pretty good. When Mirage compliments Noah after the car chase, he quotes the line, "I like it a lot," from
I like it a lot.
Dumb and Dumber. That's
Yeah.
right. The award on the wall that serves as the hidden switch to the access the G.I. Joe base reads Real Hero Award with the image of an American flag, referencing the subtitle of the original G.I. Joe cartoon series, A Real American Hero. G.I. Joe. Though the You Died music and mention of Bowser imply Chris is playing Super Mario Brothers on his Game Boy, that game would see a release on the system until 1999 Super Mario Brothers Deluxe on the Game Boy Color. The only Mario platforms released for Game Boy by 1994 were the Super Mario Land games, which featured different antagonists and music.
And in Super Mario Land, it was an alien.
Tatanga.
Topanga. And he was also
Topanga.
he shows back up in the Super Mario Land too. He also shows up in Mario Land 2 in the Space Zone. That's awesome.
Speaking of music, Maggie,
I got to spit out some video game knowledge.
It's time to get into the Talon mix. Remy Zero.
Oh, what happens at Remy Zero?
That's right, everybody. Now it's time to talk about the music featured in Rise of the Beast. The two music tracks used in Unicron scenes feature segments taken from Vince DiCola's Unicron's theme in the Transformers the movie.
Cool.
Yeah, I thought that was cool.
Nice.
Elena sings the TLC song Waterfalls to herself during the flight to Peru. Paramount, get this, Maggie, Paramount has also compiled a Spotify playlist.
What?
For Transformers Rise of the Beast, featuring songs that appeared in the film. So they didn't make a soundtrack, but they did make a playlist on Spotify.
Well, I mean, you
don't need it at this point.
Yeah.
Like, what's the point?
Because, I mean, they didn't really have a lot of, like, instrumental.
Well, there is a score.
There is.
They did make a score. They just didn't make a soundtrack.
Okay. Well, I mean, what's the point anymore?
Yeah. I mean, honestly, a lot of stuff, a lot of movies just do this now. They just make an official playlist.
It makes more sense because I think if you do make an official soundtrack I think you have to pay out maybe more.
Well, there's royalties
that
they have to pay, obviously.
Yeah.
And I mean, unless it's something super like specific to the movie, like something like James Gunn.
Yeah.
You know, like I don't think many movies like the soundtrack is just to make money.
Yeah.
Right. And there's not really a lot of money to be made off of just your standard movie soundtrack in this day and age.
Yeah.
Now, I mean, they will release, like, there was a single written for this movie, and obviously, like, that'll be released to streaming and stuff. Yeah. But, yeah. Anyway, so the Spotify playlist includes the following tracks. Cream, a.k.a. Cash Rules Everything Around Me, by the Wu-Tang Clan. Check the Rhyme by A Tribe Called Quest. Anything by SWV. Represent by Nas. The Choice Is Yours by Black Sheep. Mama Said Knock You Out by LL Cool J, which was really great.
Yeah.
Don't Call It a Comeback. Hypnotized by the Notorious B.I.G. And On My Soul by Toby Nwigwe? Nwigwe? I think this is the one that was written for this movie.
I'm going to take your word for it.
Yeah. Sorry about that.
It's okay. Greenwood Evil said they took the soundtrack money and stuffed it into Primal's transformation. Maybe, LOL.
I mean, that's fair. Honestly, and I mean, money well spent at that point, you know.
Leave.
But yeah, that was all of the stuff featured in Transformers Rise of the Beasts. And now it's time for the countdown. It's time for the countdown to Beasts. The Beasts have risen. The countdown is over.
It's over. We will have a new countdown, though, next week.
Next time on Beast Wars.
Next time.
There's no next time.
I just wanted to no, next time we're going back to the sewers with our Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles rewatch. So this is the way we're going to do this. I'll probably put out a post on YouTube in the community tab and also on our Twitter with an actual layout of how we're going to do this. But this week, this Wednesday at 9 o'clock, we will be doing a live episode of Going Back to the Sewers, where we'll be covering the first 5 episodes of the original 1987, I think it was 87. Yeah, I think you're right. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles cartoon series. The reason why we're doing 5 episodes is because they worked the first 5 episodes together as like the pilot, and it's basically a movie.
Oh, please watch it.
Yes, please come and hang out. It's going to be ridiculous. So we're going to watch that. We're not doing an entire series of anything. Because once we do that, then we're moving into the movies. But we didn't want to do this without having any of the original cartoon. So we're watching it's basically the first season is only these 5 episodes. Yes. So we're watching that, and then following that, we're gonna watch the live action movies of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2, Secret of the Ooze, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 3, Turtles in Time. Is that even the tagline for it, or is it just Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 3?
No, that was with it.
Turtles in Time? Because that's the game.
Not Turtles.
I think it's just 3.
It might be just 3. I feel like there was a tagline with it.
And then, so we're going to watch those. And then we haven't decided yet in what order we're going to do the rest of these. But I think we're just going to stick with theatrical first. And so we'll do those 3. Then TMNT.
Yeah.
Then the 2 Michael Bay Transformers. The 2 Michael Bay Turtles movies, which I'm really looking forward to watching. Out of the Shadows. Yeah, the Out of the Shadows is really good. And then we'll be going back to the 2004 cartoon, where it was they did a crossover. I think it was called Turtles Forever. Yeah. And it's like a 2-hour movie that they made where the turtles from that cartoon meet the turtles from the 80s cartoon. We're going to watch that. And that same week, we'll also be watching the crossover they made with the 2016, maybe 2013 series that was on Nickelodeon, where they meet the 80s turtles as well. Yeah. And I think in one of them, they also meet like the black and white turtles and all that stuff. So
Batman.
Basically, that's going to be the last episode before the Mutant Mayhem. Mm-hmm. So we'll be watching all the crossover episodes on that, including, and I'm making Maggie do it, we're watching that one episode of Power Rangers in Space where they met the turtles. We're going to watch that.
Jesus be with me.
It's going to be great. No, it's not bad. I mean, don't get me wrong. That series sucked.
Yeah.
Awful. Power Rangers in Space was fantastic.
No, I agree with you
Turtles,
about Power Rangers, but the next mutation was bad.
Just fucking awful.
Green with Evil says, great stream. Thank you. Also
thank you.
Says, Go Ninja Go is the best song ever written. I agree. It is a jam.
Go Ninja, go Ninja, go.
Also, Eric says, so Matt and Maggie.
From 1 to 10.
From 1 to 10.
Where do we rank?
We kind of agreed with you, Eric. It was 7.
Yeah, I'd say 7. Yeah.
But
Solid 7.
But we do have to.
Oh, yeah, because this is still the Hopefully Awesome show. Yeah. I was getting ready to get out of here.
Well, I know. I could tell. It's like, oh, God, he's going to forget.
I forgot all about it. So
and we're going to do it next week, and it's going to be a mess.
This is our last. I'm still on. This is the last bit, everybody, okay?
We promise.
We promise. This is it. We're going to do this, and then we're leaving because, my God, I got to go to bed. I got to work tomorrow. So it's time to add Rise of the Beasts to our 2023 summer ranking. So each week we add a whatever movie we watched, whatever movie came out to our list of the ranking for the summer 2023, where we come up with what the best movies of the summer was. So currently at number 5, we got Fast X. Number 4, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. Number 3, Succession. Number 2, The Little Mermaid.
We've come a long way.
You can thank Maggie for putting The Little Mermaid above Succession, which is fine. I'm okay with it. And a number 1, and I do not see this changing unless The Flash just fucking kills it. Unless The Flash nails it, I don't see this happening.
Tom Cruise did say it was the movie that we need.
That's true. That's true.
We'll see if there's any truth to it.
Number 1 across the Spider-Verse. So Maggie, with that, where do you think Rise of the Beast should go?
I'll just start out here.
Okay.
Above Succession.
God, no. I mean, I agree. It's just this is the same thing from last year when we kept putting stuff above Maverick.
Yes.
You know, it's like
We didn't care.
We put Dragon Ball Super above Maverick.
Yes,
you know?
of course.
It was great. It was
that
great.
was such a good movie.
It was Dragon Ball Superhero is fantastic.
It's ridiculous how good it is.
I feel like we just lose all credibility when we say things like Rise of the Beast is better than Succession, you know? But it's fine. I mean, it's our personal list.
Yeah.
Obviously, we don't give a fuck.
I mean,
it's what we
I'm
like.
just saying that's where I'm starting out at.
I would concur.
Yes.
And I definitely don't think I would put it there had we not done going back to Beast Wars.
Yes.
I think this is specifically because we have ramped this up.
Yeah.
And it paid it off. Like we didn't go this whole time building up to it and it let us down. Like it succeeded. No. And I feel like
if
did
it did let us down, it would have been below Fast X.
Yeah, probably. Would you say above or below Little Mermaid? I know this is a tough one.
That's hard.
Here's my thing, and this is for those of you who don't know how I do these like my 4 out of 5s, 5 out of 5 stuff. If I cry, then I put it at 5 out of 5. Like if it's a great movie, and it makes me cry, then that's a 5 out of 5.
Okay.
If it's just a great movie, but I did not cry because there was not an emotional
attachment
breakthrough, then I that's why I don't give it a 5 out of 5. That's kind of my threshold. It's like if it can move me on top of being a fantastic movie, 5 out of 5. I mean, Rise of the Beast did not make me cry.
No.
Now, I mean, I was excited, and I mean, I got like excited cry, if that makes sense.
Yeah,
like when we
makes
saw
sense.
like Optimus Prime and stuff. But as far as like the story, like moving me to an emotional
tears.
breakthrough, like I don't think it had that.
Yeah.
Which is not bad. I mean, Transformers doesn't necessarily need to have that.
No.
But being a dad of a little girl and watching King Triton have to say it's okay for Ariel to leave and him just having to be okay with that did bring me to tears. Yes. Okay, it did. And that's part. It is what it is.
Of even the animated movie that gets me. Even on the ride at Disney World, it gets me.
Yeah.
I will sit there and cry.
Yeah. It was beautiful. So I think I'd have to say it's above Succession, below Little Mermaid.
Agreed.
All right, I'll add it. So it's our new number 3.
All right. While you're doing that, Eric says in chat, great journey. I'm glad I caught you guys from the beginning of going back to Beast Wars. Love the whole series you guys did.
Oh, thank you so much, Eric. We're glad you joined us, man. Honestly, like every time we do one of these, we're like, man, I hope Eric shows up.
We hope Eric shows up.
So
we can tell
alone.
when you're gone because we don't have enough, to go back and forth on, or we have to look up something, and we're not that knowledgeable about some things.
Which I mean, obviously, it goes without saying if you have to miss a lot. Like no worries. We don't mean it like
about
that.
It.
Yeah.
But we hope the ones that have
enjoy you being here.
Yes, and we hope the ones that have joined in with us and stuff over the past months.
Yeah, since January, 6 months.
Please join us for Ninja Turtles.
Yes. Yes, please.
Please do, because I'm
Maggie's
so excited.
very excited.
I'm mostly excited because of was it 1990?
Yeah.
The first live action Ninja, that's like burned into my brain. Like I know it pretty much word by word. And that's where my love of Turtles came from. Because I was born in 89. Haha, tells my age. But
all right, Taylor Swift.
But I'm really excited about it because my brothers also had the cassette tape soundtrack to the Ninja Turtles movie. I mean, I'm so excited.
Turtles 2 was always my favorite.
Yeah.
And like we rewatched 1 and 2, was it last year we watched them?
Yeah.
And like I was like, there's no way Turtles 2 is still good.
No, it is.
And it is.
So much
it's
fun.
It's still so fun. Like so fun.
And you want to get up and dance with Vanilla Ice?
Yes. I mean, and that's I love it. I have not watched the third one since theaters. Okay.
I haven't watched the third one since like renting a VHS tape at a store.
I was like 5 and my grandmother took me and my brothers to watch it in theaters. and like she had a bag from like from Hills and like snuck in all the candy and stuff.
Yeah.
And like I remember being 5 or 6. I don't remember exactly how old I was, but I remember thinking, this isn't that good. And like, you know, as a kid, you don't really think stuff like that.
No,
you know,
you don't.
You're like, oh, it's a movie.
It's a movie.
Like,
oh boy.
3 ninjas. You know, I was like,
Yeah.
oh, this is amazing.
Yeah.
But I remember not really liking the third one, and that was like the first time I watched a movie that I didn't like, that I knew was bad. You know, like as watching it, I knew it was bad as a kid.
Yeah.
So I'm really looking forward to watching the third one again for the first time in 30 years.
Yes. That's going to be really fun. But yeah, I'm excited.
Yes. And that'll be happening day after tomorrow. So on Wednesday at 9, right here on youtube.com/hopefully awesome.
Please join us.
That is going to wrap it up for us, everybody. Thank you for joining us for this crossover episode of the Hopefully Awesome show / Going Back to Beast Wars, the season / series finale of Going Back to Beast Wars. We'll be back again, of course, tomorrow at 9 with Going Back to Smallville. We are on the season 3 mid-season premiere. No. We're on the episode with the glasses, where he goes blonde.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're on that episode. I
Oh.
forget what it's called. Whisper? Whisper? I think?
It's Whisper, yeah.
So we're on that episode. And hey, if you'd like to join our Patreon over at patreon.com/hopefully awesome, you can be just like these fine folks here. $5 a month gets you everything that we offer, including the exclusive content, our movie commentaries that we do each month.
Yeah.
Matt plus Maggie, our monthly series that's just about us. And of course, your name in every single video that we have right here on youtube.com/hopefully awesome. But if you have no bucks to toss our way, that's totally fine. We appreciate you just being here. We hope you enjoyed this ride. And we'll see you next week when we review The Flash. God help us.
Oh, God.
I'm hopeful that it's good.
I'm
but
hopeful.
I'm also, you know, it's just it's a complicated thing. It's going to be a complicated conversation next week. So
It's going to be hard.
We'll see where we suss out and all that.
Yes.
But that's going to wrap it up for us, everybody. Thanks for watching. And as always,
have a hopefully awesome day.
maximize.
Terrorize.